What measure could amount to your desire? You're the one who never leaves the one behind. You're the one who never leaves the one behind. You're the one who never leaves the one behind. Sweep it in real quick. Hallelujah. You didn't hear that. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Hear my cry, oh God. Tend unto my prayer. When my heart's feeling weak, lead me to the rock. Your truth I seek. Fill me with your ruach. You're a shelter and strong tower. Enemy can't prevail. Wake up and repent. Shema Israel. Shema Israel. Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Hear my cry, oh God. Tend unto my prayer. When my heart's feeling weak, lead me to the rock. Your truth I seek, so fill me with your ruach. You're a shelter and strong tower, enemy can't prevail. Up and repent. Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Shema Israel. 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 Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. From the bathroom. Right. Come on, get off me. We finna pray.
Yeah.
Pray.
I ain't chopping up with y'all today. Y'all heard me. Y'all crazy one time. Y'all back here in church. Y'all, yeah. Man, that was tight. Y'all have y'all pick. Y'all ain't already went live, so all this on. I'm live now. It's all this on there. I bet it's all hallelujah. I'm already live. Yeah, there you go. You for real, you get everybody looking. Hey, that's the shower singing. You don't nobody looking, yeah. Get your ball. Y'all whispering for 9. Everybody know y'all lying. Y'all heard y'all say. Hey, you need to get on up, Matt. Going on.
Hey. Got it all in your spirit now.
Yabareka Yahweh Beish Merika Ya'er Yahweh Ela Bikonecha Yasa Yahweh Pana Elika Be'aseh Shalom Be'aseh Shalom Yabareka Yahweh Beish Merika Ya'er Yahweh Pana Elika Bikonecha Yasa Yahweh Pana Elika Be'aseh Shalom Be'aseh Shalom Amen. Hallelujah! 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 Praise the mighty God! Praise the mighty God! Yahoo! Yahoo!
Yes.
Popping out this thing. Shit, spirit active, huh? Hallelujah. Praise, the glory, and honor. That's what I'm talking about. Hebrews handling business. Lifting up praises to the Almighty. Let me go ahead and get this phone cracking. Beautiful voices. Everybody on here saying very beautiful. Hallelujah. Praise the glory and honor. That's right, young Prince. That's what we talking about here. So we all good. We ain't got no feedback. Y'all. That's right. Yeah, young nephew with it. All day, every day. All right, y'all. Shabbat shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. I want to create and possess everything there is. Whoever lives anointed, beloved Son, and the horse and minds of the faith, if we elect. Honor, humility, but kills the dead. Right on that. Right back at it. I see the topic, the plagues of Egypt, signs of divine redemption, part 2. Got a few videos we're gonna go over. You know, a few more scriptures in Exodus to get to. There's that time of year you should a revolution should be in your spirit around this time of year. You should be out. You know what I'm saying? Plagues in the earth. Whole countries are shut down. We on the brink of the payover. Time, man. You know, so you being obedient. Sing your best. It's just to sing their best when they think ain't nobody listening and looking. Be in the shower throwing down. So I, you know, I got in stealth mode and hit record real quick. You know what I'm saying? Sister Sarai was over here just feeling it, just like she don't even know she live. Being recorded. I think I'm gonna need that, bro. You at 12? No, we bounce it back and forth. Oh yeah, you know it's all good, bro. All good. We gonna start off in Exodus, so we gonna start off in Exodus 9 for sure. You know, so that's the big brother turn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need a break, man. You know, it's good, man. You know, I'm all for 1611.
Yeah.
No, man. You know, I don't even.
Psalm
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Psalm 9. All right, y'all, we gonna pray on in with Psalm the 9th chapter. At the end, we're gonna pray against all the rulers of darkness and principality in high places. We're gonna pray against every sickness and disease that's trying to plague our people in this hour. Once we done, new virus alert, new virus out in the earth. Y'all ain't heard of the I forgot the name of it, but I got it. I got the video for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So right now, y'all, yeah, it's called they call it the CCP virus outbreak. It started with an H and 2 virus or something like that. Yeah, that was just a few days ago. So plagues are definitely in the earth. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, you know, back to back. Now was that time. All right, Nehemiah, you got that Psalm 9, brother? All right, come on with it. Matter of fact, let me grab this wireless mic too, just in case the crowd want to say something. You know, we can get all that. We can get all that. All right, y'all forgive us for the delay, Latace. Y'all know how it is, though. All right, STL. Don't seem like y'all honoring no stay at home or what's going on. Are y'all rebelling against the law of the land? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all rebelling? Say we go. Would you say the law of the Most High, right? Ain't that right? First law of the land was given to Adam. It's the law of the Most High.
Y'all come on in. Join in and we finna get it in.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's
Hold on for a second. Psalm Nehemiah gonna roll that Psalm 9. We're gonna face Jerusalem
too.
Here we go. Yahoo, Yahoo. All right. All right.
Short-legged Yahoo.
That's right. Boy, get your spirit flowing. All right, Psalm 9, Jerusalem is that way. We're going to face Jerusalem. We're going to offer a prayer to the Almighty. And man, let's get her done.
Let's get her done.
Most High showed us mercies, another Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? Let's get her done, man. All praise, glory now to the Most High. Go ahead and let it fly, Neat.
Psalm chapter 9, with the Most High's permission.
Hallelujah.
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 Verse 1. I will praise thee, O Yahweh.
Come on.
With my whole heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise unto thy name, O thou Most High. When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence.
That's right.
For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sayest in the throne judging right. Thou hast rebuked the evil. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever.
Man, Pop. Hallelujah.
O thou enemy, destructions are come to perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorial is perished with it. But Yahweh shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment.
That's right.
And he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. Yahweh also will be refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble.
Come on.
And then, let me read it again. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee.
That's right.
For thou, Yahweh, hast not forsaken them that seek thee.
That's right.
Sing praises to Yahweh.
Come on.
Which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doom. When he make inquisition for blood.
For what?
For blood.
Bring it out.
He remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me. O Yahweh, consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that live from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the dawn of Zion. I will rejoice in salvation. The heathen are some, and the net which they hid is their own footstep. Yahweh knows. Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand. Higion, Selah. The wicked shall be turned, and all the nations that forgot Elohim. For they need shall be forgotten. Perish forever. Arise, O Yahweh,
That's right.
Verse 1.
Come on.
Put them in fear.
That's
Bring
right.
it out.
O Yahweh,
That's right.
that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Selah.
Yeah. Say
Yeah.
Boy, that was powerful there, boy. Woo! Boy, the Most High is known by the judgment he executes. Man, look. That's that Psalm 9, man. That was powerful right there, boy.
It's a beautiful one. Bro.
Yeah, bro. That was powerful right there.
Beautiful.
Boy, talk about the
Yeah.
But the heathen got boy say shall be turned into hell. And all the nations that forget Yah. That put them in fear. They may know themselves to be but men. And you see, even these so-called, even if we talk about the heathens, how they got patents on these viruses and these so-called vaccines and all that, right? But it's almost like it got out of hand because all the elite getting hit with it. You understand? All the elite is getting hit with this so-called virus. And then a new virus just came out a few days ago called the Hantu virus. Yeah, that just the fresh out of the rats in China. Yeah. So we about to go ahead and play that video real quick. Let everybody climb in. Y'all hit like, y'all hit share. Yeah. Shabbat shalom to everybody in the chat. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to everybody that's local. It's a new year for us. It's hunting season. We in Passover season. You know what I'm saying? Every Israelite should be in revolution spirit, man. A revolutionary spirit. You know what I'm saying? We days out. We was living 3,500 years ago. We days out from waking up and seeing all the firstborn. Shabbat shalom, y'all. All the firstborn of our enemies dead, them and their animals. You understand? So hey, the Most High is real, man. You know what I'm saying? He's always stood up and fought for his people, no matter what. Y'all say the connection kind of choppy. Juju, baby, your daddy live, girl. Get on there and shout everybody out. All right, Shabbat shalom. Yeah, I mean, they forcing everything to go over to 5G now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody a headache.
Yeah, they said the connection was a little choppy, all right? So let me know if that connection is better, y'all. I just switched over to the 5G. All right, big O, Shabbat shalom. My Tuvaya, what you say, boy? 2020, the year of revolt. Straight up, man. Hey, 2020 done started off with a bang.
Hey, tell them if they looking for Labanai Hebrew on there, hey, if y'all looking for Labanai Hebrew, I'm in the chat. Hey, I'm here.
Labanai.
I ain't in the chat. We right here.
That's right. Labanai Hebrew.
Shabbat shalom. Shalom to all those in the chat.
That's right.
All around the world is watching.
That's right. That's right. Y'all be seeing Labanai in the comment section where he right here tonight. Yes, all right, we're gonna get her done, man. We're gonna read about the power and might and how poetic the Most High is, man. Very poetic. And think about it, if the Most High don't fight for this people, who will? Who will? All your leaders have sold you out. You understand? All the real political prisoners, they locked up for 35 years or killed them. And then the rest that was left over, they gave them government jobs. And they became FBI informants, like what's the boy named Al Sharpton? Yeah. He's on the record as an FBI informant. Yeah. At FBI, what they call snitch.
Coonery at its finest.
Yeah, man. If the Most High don't raise up and fight for this people, you know what I'm saying, who will? So before we get this video, Labanai, if you can, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 1. All right, we're going to read 26 on down to 31.
1 Corinthians chapter 1.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Show you your calling, Zion.
1 Corinthians.
Yeah, let me get there real quick for everybody on the screen. I'm gonna share the screen real quick for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this is not no time to be fearful. All right. Everybody that professes themselves to be an Israelite should be Kool-Aid smiling in this hour.
And not with no mask on anything.
Exactly. Saw some Hebrew street teaching with mask on the other day. I said, man, y'all brothers is looking bad, man. Y'all looking real bad out here. You know what I'm saying? Because where your faith at? Where your faith at? All the glory the Most High has shown us. All the glory you've been reading about. What you've been seeing in your own personal life. You feel me? And now these heathens come out with a whisper of a coronavirus. You get scared and accept it. You feel me? And now even certain brews are street teaching with napkins and surgical gloves on.
Episode of MASH.
Come on, man. Yeah, MASH.
The book of 1 Corinthians.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, verse 1.
Verse 26. I'm not 26.
26.
Yeah. I want to go into the call real quick.
Is it 1 Corinthians?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians.
chapter 1,
Chapter 1.
verse 26.
Yeah.
For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble or called.
Trip off that. Our calling, you would think a LeBron James would have brought you into the truth. You'd have thought of Bill Gates or Donald Trump or Oprah Winfrey.
Not many noble or called.
Knows what it said. Not many wise after the flesh, who you think are just so wise and very smart. Stephen Hawking, that heathen. Albert Einstein. What's the one heathen name? Elon Musk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty. Think about all your so-called American snipers and gladiators, right? And then it says noble. Think about all those who claim their royalty in this earth, like the Queen of England and all the crown princes over in Saudi Arabia. Trip off that. The Most High chooses the outcasts, those who you look at as nothing. You feel me? Trip off that. His disciples, fishermen. You understand? Rejects, men that were considered unlearned in ancient Israel. So notice the Most High, Paul, through the Spirit of the Almighty, is saying, brethren, our calling, you feel me, ain't got nothing to do with man's approval. It has nothing to do with who you think is wise, mighty, or noble. Trip off how the Most High get down. Next verse, what it say out?
Verse 27. But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Trip off that. Foolish things of the world. They look at you like what your check ain't big enough, or you know what I'm saying? You're not successful in man's eyes, so how dare you tell him anything about the Almighty?
He ain't graduated 6th grade and he's a nerd.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Boy got D's in school. You feel me? Now out here mightily preaching and teaching the word. You feel me? Man was out here a straight drug dealer out here in these streets. Tormented these streets. Now this brother's front line minister of information. Think about it. Think about it. If it was left up to man, we finished. We finished. Because look, in your mind, I'm pretty sure most of y'all had y'all life figured out. This is what I want to be when I grow up. Right? But when the Most High called you,
I gotta get on you right.
Go ahead. When the Most High called you, it is what it is. You feel me? Here, take this right here. Okay. Yeah, take that. I'm gonna move this on up. When the Most High called you, when the Most High called you, it is what it is. You feel me? And man's approval has nothing to do with it. All right, has nothing to do with it. All right, read from the top of that verse again for me.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 27. But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
To what?
To confound the wise.
To confound the wise of the world. All right.
Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Trip off that. So he uses the low, the rejects, right? Who the world deem is foolish. You understand? Who the world deem is weak. Notice these ain't foolish and weak in the eyes of the Most High, just in the eyes. That's how we use and found everything you thought was noble, you thought was mighty, and everything that you thought was wise. All right, go ahead.
Verse 28. And the base things of the world,
right,
and the things which are despised, have Yahweh chosen.
Trip off there, but something that's base is something that's low. Trip off that. Something that's base is something that's low. The Most High chose the low things and the despised things.
Like Noah. You would have thought Noah being a drinker would be, you wouldn't think that Noah being a drinker would be used like he was in the mighty works of the Most High. Same thing with the fisherman. Same with the tent maker.
Bring it out.
Same thing with the carpenter. He take the lowly of the lows and does his greatest and mightiest works.
That's right. Ain't that powerful? David was a keeper of the flock. He was a shepherd. You dig? And Most High rose him up to be what? King in Israel. Ooh. Sure about that. Moses was a keeper of the sheep after he left his rank in Egypt. Was a keeper of the sheep. And the Most High used him, the most meekest man in the earth, to what? Deliver his people. Right? So it ain't based off what man sees with his carnal eye. You may not like how tall or short the brother is, or you know what I'm saying, or how the sister look or whatever. Thank the Most High that he don't consult with us before he decided to choose somebody to teach his word. Thank the Most High, because if it was left up to us, this thing would never get done. Because think about it, somebody somewhere gonna have a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? He speak a little too rough. Oh, she ain't tall enough. You dig? Or that brother's short over there. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean something. Man will find something to disagree with the Almighty about him choosing. Thank the Most High, he don't consult with us first. All right, Nee, you can come grab this, Nee, if you. All right, go ahead.
We'll read verse 28 again.
All right.
Verse 28. And base things of the world and things which are despised have Yahweh chosen. Yeah. And things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are.
Things that are not mean things that are nothing. To bring to nothing things that are. That's powerful. Trip off that. Trip off how the Most High get down. That's a powerful thing. Then the next scripture you're going to go to says, things that are highly esteemed in the eyes of man or an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. What man esteem and what man like, the Most High don't consult with man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 29.
Come on home.
That no flesh should glory in his presence. Verse 30. But of him.
Hold on. So that no flesh will what?
Verse 29. That no flesh should glory in his presence.
You ain't got nothing to boast about or brag about. You dig? You'd have thought Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant bought you this. As much as everybody's so in love with them, right? But the Most High, like how I move, no flesh should be able to brag in my presence. I'm going to take who you reject and raise them up. You understand? And give them my spirit to do mighty works in this earth. Hallelujah, man. All praises.
Oh, praise.
So in other words, the Most High don't trip off your own personal barometer when he chooses who he chooses.
So you can bring your works or your good stuff.
No. You get ain't no bragging.
You can't be a bragger.
Not at all. When he tell him, he said, of men born of women, there ain't risen a greater man than John the Baptist. Nevertheless, he that is the least in the kingdom is greater than him. That means everybody that came before John, you feel me? John's movement was a great movement in this earth. You understand? But if he don't make the kingdom, the least in the kingdom better than him. You understand? That show you can't even brag to the Most High about what you've been doing in this earth. Nothing. And that ain't saying he ain't getting into the kingdom. It's just letting you know, like, if that man was great and there ain't been another man born of woman greater than him, and that's out the Messiah's mouth. But he say, look, that's a man on earth. The least in the kingdom is greater than that. You can't never brag to the Most High. You know, I got my 401k. I scored 82 points in a basketball game. I ran a 4.240. I broke the Russian record, or whatever you think you was doing. The least in the kingdom, the boom shuffler in the kingdom is greater than any of that you're talking about. Go ahead, Nee.
I was just sitting there saying that John the Baptist, what was he? He was out there considered, homeless, a hermit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. The only thing he did was go around and eat locusts and honey. And baptize him today, he would be nothing. He was born, under the banner of a high priest. You know what I'm saying? Zachariah the Elizabeth. Then Christ, even when he came into the flesh, born into a carpenter's son in that profession. And Christ didn't have no mansion, no mule, no house, no horses, no chariot.
That's right.
And the greatest man that walked the planet. And they were cousins. All of them lived alone.
Ain't that something?
And done the greatest work
in this earth.
Man,
that's powerful, man.
Powerful.
Thank the Most High, bro. That's why he said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for yours is the kingdom. I've been walking around feeling excited lately and very, very rich. You understand? And trip off that, you know what I'm saying? I may not have nothing but a piece of lint in my pocket. But guess what? Guess what? Those of us in this truth got something to cash in on. Because our riches ain't on earth. They're stored in the heavens. You understand? Dedicate our life to pleasing our maker. You feel me? And you notice none of your pastors have answers for you in these hours. right? Church closed. Is the headquarters closed?
No.
Church closed. Huh? Catholic church closed. That's what they were talking about the other day, boy. You can't even get baptized at the Catholic church in these hours.
Might get the Crayola virus.
Hey, church closed. All your sinning, everything closed. Israelites out here like, man, we ain't messed up about nothing you talking about. What's good? And we gonna keep the Passover. You did? That's right, nephew. Nephew wrapped in this deal. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's right. You had something else, Hebrew? Get it? You good? Anybody? Okay, come on, let's get it out.
Verse 30. But him, it says, verse 30, but of him are ye in Hamashiach Yahushua,
yeah,
who of Yahweh is made unto us wisdom, and righteousness, and sanctification, and redemption.
All that in the Mashiach, all that in the Messiah, boy. Redemption, sanctification, righteousness, and wisdom. You dig? That's why he told them, no, this is my son, hear him. You understand? I know y'all thought that y'all had it figured out, but this is my son, hear him. You know, they try to make Peter and them try to make a tabernacle for Elijah and Moses at the transfiguration. And the Most High had to check Peter and John, like, this is my son. This is who I chose. Hear him. Hear him. You wanted to know the true breakdown of the Torah? Get it from a Mashiach. Right? All that came before him were robbers. It's like, dang. It did.
John 5:22, man.
All right. Come on,
Verse
Hebrew.
31.
Yeah.
That according as it is written, he that glorieth,
yeah,
let him glory in the Most High.
That's right. Jump over to Luke 16 and 15. There's a few of these scriptures, y'all. Thank the Most High that he chooses the rejects. He chooses us in our lower state. And did you hear a lot of people look over the years, y'all? I done heard all the mumble mouthing, right? Until this COVID-19 started cracking. Oh, we was called bums. Hey, boy, you remember that? Them broke Negroes on Terry on the west side. You remember that, boy? Well, they were talking bad about us. Hey, I thought about that the other day. I thought about that old girl. I forgot her name. Jelani and them. Man, they were talking bad about us a good 12 years ago. Like, girl, you gonna listen to them?
15, 16, 16.
Yeah, Luke 16 and 15. Boy, they was talking bad about us. But who are these young little broke little dudes? Right here talking about the Bible, girl. We about to go out. Man, me and Giddy over there, boy, preaching the end of the world. Nigga, it's coming. The Real ID Act, the mark of the beast, plagues gonna be in the earth. They like, man, we about to go out. What is you talking about? Some of their friends was listening, though, like, girl, I don't know. They scared us. Can y'all spend the night? We like, no, we can't spend the night. We gotta go.
Sounding like lady.
What is wrong with y'all? Oh, we ain't sounding too crazy no more. My phone been ringing, y'all. I've been getting emails, phone calls, and text messages. Like, man, where are you at? I've been digging for your number. I had to go through some old phones to find this number. You know, I operate on my Google number. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got no regular St. Louis number. You gotta know my number to get in contact with me. You feel me? Yeah, yeah. They straight like calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I remember cousins and all them. Like, man, y'all been talking about the New World Order for a long time. Now they trying to this virus and the plagues and the COVID-19, and I'm scared. Yeah. I seen Cuzzo at the gun store. Yeah, he was bewildered. That boy was buying duck hunting bullets. We like, boy, if you don't put them bullets back, you ain't killing ducks out here, boy. If you don't put them back on the shelf. You understand? Boy, you might as well be shooting a beanbag at somebody. Boy, that ain't gonna kill nothing. Man, look. But look, I told Cuz, I say, look, me and your cousin Gideon been telling you this for years, well over a decade. And the look he gave me was like, I know. He almost teared up, boy. Man, hey, look, now's the time. Come on home, man. Get with your cousin, man. He ain't been lying to you. You feel me? You see, everybody that mocked us has no answers in his last days. You know, now you gotta have a real ID. Remember the Real ID Act? We had the DVD back in the day. Y'all remember that? When they were saying you had the Real ID Act is coming out, right? And you gonna have to get what's called a real ID. Now, if you want a gun, you got to go back to the DMV and trade out your license for what's called a real ID. It's heard, right? Digital dollars they coming out with now too.
Bitcoin.
You know what I'm saying? They got the digital dollars. Yeah, everybody amp about the stimulus package. You ain't tripping off everything they passing with it. Right? Y'all, over 3 million people apply for unemployment. Do y'all know that if this sucker don't open back up for business, it's going down? Them a lot. Look, that's a lot of unemployment claims right there. Yeah. Yeah.
They had to shut down for the whole day and wait for the system to reboot.
Man, look, this deal Trump say he's trying to open the nation back up for business by Easter. He like, look, because they know.
Easter money.
Hey, look, look, y'all, that's a lot of checks to cut right there. We ain't talking about look, y'all know that's not $3 million. That's 3 million people that got to get cut several $100s at a time for unemployment a week for being out. They better open back up or else. You dig? Y'all, we in these last days and hours, man. Revelation 6, you know what I'm saying? The economy, the black horse, that's right, man. We heard. And it's a beautiful time to be living, man. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Luke 16, we're going to read 14 and 15, my brother.
All right, this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 16, verse 14. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they were derided, and they derided him. Verse 15, and he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
Ye are they that declare yourself innocent or justify yourselves before men. That's our problem, that you look for justification and honor from man and not from the Almighty. That's our problem as a people. That's a very bad problem. How you looking for approval from man, you dig, when the creator of heaven and earth inspired the breath of life in your lungs, where he can summon that back to him at any moment, and you looking to please man in this late hour, and man ain't got answers for you. All right, go ahead.
But Yahweh know of your heart.
Come on.
For that which is highly esteemed amongst men,
come on,
is an abomination in the sight of Yahweh.
What man esteems, you feel me? What man esteems is disgusting in the eyes of the Almighty. See that? So whenever you see the majority of everybody under a certain vibration and they're esteeming it, run. Get away from it. Because it's disgusting in the eyes of the Most High. Right? The Most High know of your hearts. Thank the Most High he like that. He didn't choose the wise, mighty, and noble of the flesh. He chose the rejects. Right? And then we double back and see that which is esteemed in the eyes of man is an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. That's powerful. That means he's a God that loves the oppressed. He's a mighty one that loves the oppressed and the afflicted. He's a mighty one that loves the underdog. He's a mighty one that loves those who've been counted out. And then he always come through. Man, that's so powerful. Oh, I'm getting excited in these hours. All right, one more out. 1 Samuel 16. 1 Samuel 16, and we're going to hit some of this Exodus. We're going to try to play this video. Y'all, new virus alert, new virus in the earth. You understand? 1 Samuel 16.
16 and 1.
Yeah, we're going to start at verse, dang, I picked the wrong thing. Hold on, bro. We're going to start down like verse 7. And this is about the calling of David. All right.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7. But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature.
So don't look for how fine he is, his outward look. Know how tall he is. Because the king before David was a tall king, Saul. But when it came down to execute judgment, He folded like a cheap suit. And he was a tall king, stood taller than everybody in the camp. Right? So the Most High is telling Samuel the prophet, because he's coming to anoint the next king, because the Most High just rejected Saul. Right? So Samuel the prophet, in his mind, he go to Jesse, and Jesse got 8 sons, but only 7 is present in front of him. And he's like, well, surely it's this one, Most High. Look how tall he is. Surely it's this one. Oh, he a ladies' man. Surely it's this one. You know, he was in the Boy Scouts since he was 2. Surely it's this one. Most High told Samuel, his prophet, stop looking outwardly for whom I choose. Stop looking outwardly for whom I choose. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7, but the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him.
Come on.
For the Most High see not as man see. For man looketh on the outward appearance,
yeah,
but the Most High looketh on the heart.
Man looketh on the outward appearance. Most High searched that mind. You understand? You can be the biggest, tallest, handsomest cat and fold like a cheap suit as soon as it kick off. You understand? Most High looking for that mind, that heart. Like, who really about this life? You see what I'm saying? And trip off that. Same thing with Moses. You understand? Moses had a talking problem and everything. The most meekest man in the earth, but was about all action. It was about all action, was fearless when it came down to serving the Almighty. See? Thank the Most High, he don't choose how man choose. You understand? Think about all your bad relationships you've been in. Like, what in the hell was I thinking? Choosing that person. You feel me? Thank the Most High, he ain't like us in our choosing. But think about how many mistakes you done made. Choosing something that you thought was best for you. All right? All right, Hebrew, keep reading, because I want to read a little bit about David.
Verse 8. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither have the Most High chosen this. Verse 9. Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by, and he said, neither have the Most High chosen this.
Look at all Jesse's sons passing by. He ain't chose none of them.
Verse 10. Then it says, again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Most High have not chosen thee.
Wow. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngster. And behold, he keepeth the sheep.
Look at it, the baby boy. Right? You think just because you the oldest, you chosen. But again, the Most High don't get down how you deem. Baby boy outside in the field, smelling like sheep. The youngest boy. Trip off that. Go ahead.
And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither.
Yeah.
Verse 12, and he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance.
Come on.
And goodly to look to.
So David was like a little red bone, you know. Some of the sisters were like, "Ooh!" But David was a straight warrior, about that action. All right, so ruddy, like a caramel skinned, like who you call a light skinned brother today. You understand? Yeah, one of them brother. But he was about all action. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like them little pretty. Remember back in the day, the light skin was in. Everybody tripping off the light skin. You remember that? You did? Yeah, he helped the boys and all that. Man, them Negroes wouldn't bust a grape. All the sisters wanted them. All the sisters wanted the light skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just playing, man. But y'all saying, but this brother was about action, dealing with the Almighty. All right, go ahead.
And the Almighty said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
Come on.
Verse 13, then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren.
Trip off the Most High choosing. He'll do it right in the midst of everybody. You understand? It don't even matter if you tight-lipped about it or you don't like what he decides to do. You know what I'm saying? The Most High choose who he chooses based off his own purpose and will. It ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, trip off that. They rejected Moses, but that ain't changed the fact, what? That he was sent to deliver. Our forefathers rejected Messiah. Said, let the curse fall on us and our children. But that still don't change the fact he's the only begotten son of the Most High. And he coming back to handle business. You look, so we got to get that, we got to get past that thinking because we feel a certain way about whomever the Most High decide to deal with, whether it's a brother or a sister. You know what I'm saying? You got to get past that because your feelings about the matter don't change the fact that the Most High anointed him or her. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, and look, she had to get put out for 7 days. You did. Then she got herself together though. You did. A trip off that, like Susanna in the Apocrypha or Sister Judith, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people speaking against them, sisters included. But it don't matter. Like, what you not liking who the Most High decide to raise up and get some glory in this hour don't even matter. You understand? So we got to get that. We learned that here in Babylon, that our mindset gonna make the Most High change his mind about something. Nah, it don't work like that. All right, so David was anointed in the midst of his what? Brethren. Go ahead.
And the Spirit of the Almighty came upon David.
Yeah.
Was that day full? So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah.
All right, let's go ahead and get it in. We go on to Exodus, the 9th chapter. We already went through the plague of blood, frogs, lice, and flies. Yeah, we're gonna start at Exodus, the 9th chapter. Exodus, the 9th chapter, right? And it's a beautiful thing, y'all, because when you get to reading all this and you slowly understand, okay, these are our forefathers and they was in the most powerful nation in the earth then, and we are their children and we in the most powerful nation in the earth now. You understand? And all 12 tribes was in one central location then, but now we scattered through the 4 corners. So now you see plagues that you read about in the scriptures hitting all over this earth. You understand? These are signs and signals for our redemption. We should be smiling in these hours, being more obedient, praying more. You know what I'm saying? Covering your spouse and your children. You know what I'm saying? Very, very active and militant in your prayers, man. That's the time we in, right? Passover is all about revolution, whether you're talking redemption from your physical enemy or redemption from Satan. You're done talking, it's all about the destruction of your enemy, right? It ain't about Mr. Rogers, will you be my neighbor? This has nothing to do with what we're reading about. This has everything to do with the Most High threatening Pharaoh and saying, let mine go where else. Understand? Israel is my son, and if you don't let him go, I'm going to kill your son. Man, straight to your face with it, like, whoa, whoa. That's a father for you. That's a father for you. Because the father gonna come and holler at you about his. You understand? You understand? And make sure you ain't breathing another sniff of oxygen if he got to make sure his is straight. Yeah. That's your power you serve, man. Thank him he's like that. Right? Thank him he's like that. Because if he wouldn't, y'all know we finished. Doomed and gloomed. All right, Hebrew, let's go ahead and get it done. Exodus 9:1. Hey, grab it. I got my bag in the back. Grab it for me. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 1.
Yeah.
Then the Almighty said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, thus saith the Most High power of the Hebrews.
Of the who?
Of the Hebrews.
See, I mean, even today you got people saying but now look, this thing is very specific. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like that because in the end of this thing, you want to be all inclusive, right? The nations that will be spared, the remnants of the nations that will be spared, you understand, have a role to play in servitude. It's just what it is. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all should be happy. Like, man, okay, that's justice. Hold on. I'm gonna let bro pass you the mic so everybody can hear you. I'll let bro pass you the mic. Hold on. No, he got it. Oh, hey, don't make it personal. Just say a certain somebody. All right, don't make it personal. Yeah. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's in this hour. A lot of theories and confusion.
So that's that spiritual Israel.
Yeah, that's a lot of theories and confusion. But I mean, look, it tell you that remnants of the other nations will serve, but the promises and all that go to you. You understand? And people don't want to make that distinction. Like, you'll put the woman in her place, but when it comes to Brother Bob, you don't want to say nothing. No. Everything must be done indecently and in order, right? Well, let's stop playing.
So it's in this kingdom is certain class of people.
Yeah.
What makes you think it's not gonna be like that in the kingdom? It's gonna be certain class of people, middle class, low class. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that.
Yeah, certainly.
And that scripture as well, you are above all nations. Is what you are.
Above all nations.
Israel is above all. Israel is the mother of us all. Our God is above all God. So it makes sense for his people to be above all.
Just understand number one.
Hey.
You gotta understand number one, man.
It's just what it is.
It is what it is.
And if you trip off the Exodus story, you understand? That's all about revolution. That's all about Israel being redeemed from the cruel bondage of their oppressors. You understand? Now, in our kingdom, where we have handmaids, servants, bond servants, yes, it's always been said like that. Y'all, that's all in the law. Everybody talk about they keep the law, and they down with the Torah and the law. That's in the law. You understand? That's in the law. It's just it's righteousness we'll be talking about. Like, y'all not about to be the Black Klan. Get that out your mind. We not about to go get drunk off no Jim Beam and go rape white women and I don't want to get down like that anyway. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? There's laws governing servitude. There's laws governing rulership. You understand? And if the Most High gonna give you all this power and this authority, rule well. Rule well. You understand? Don't be the unjust ruler. All right, come on, Knock. Let's get it.
Read it again. Chapter 9, verse 1. Then the Almighty said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, thus saith the Most High power of the Hebrews, let my people go.
Yeah.
That they may serve me.
Yeah, a direct threat, not a negotiation. Not if you feel like it. Tomorrow, let's chop it up over some crumpets and tea. No. Tea and crumpets. No, let my people go or else. I already hit you with blood, frogs, lice, and flies. I ain't got your attention yet. Oh, okay. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 2. For if thou refuse to let them go and will hold them still, verse 3, behold, the hand of the Almighty is upon thy cattle, which is in the field. Not your cattle, y'all, man. Now you dealing with cattle. Y'all know y'all dealing with the economy now, right? You're dealing with trading, bartering. You're dealing with food. You're dealing with clothes. That's economics right there. Yeah, that's economics right there. You hit the cattle, man. That affects a lot. That affects a lot. Clothing. Food, you feel me? Finances. That affects a lot across the board. That affects economy. And y'all, again, this is the most powerful nation in the earth at this time. All right, go ahead. Upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camel, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. Yeah. There shall be a very grievous murrain. Now, what's a murrain? I like the way you said that, brother. A murrain. Murrain. I like that. All right.
Strong's H 1698.
It's almost like Debar, but it says pestilence, plague, cattle disease, a cattle plague, in the sense of destroying, pestilence. So
it said Morah right there, right?
What is it?
Did that say? No, I say murrain.
Yeah, murrain.
Pestilence, plague.
Yeah, a plague, a disease on your cattle.
There shall be a very grievous
murrain.
Come
on, let's get it.
Verse 4. and the Almighty shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt.
See, so the Most High is a separatist. People don't like to hear that, even down to our animals. Our flock are supposed to be separate because there's a difference between you and the rest of the nations. There just is. How it ain't a difference between you and the rest of the nations, but there is a difference between the Chinese and the Mongolians. There's a difference between the Polish and the Russians. Ain't there? I mean, y'all, even down to the Brits and the Scots, they beefing. And they supposed to be of the same people. There has always been a difference. Just because Messiah came don't mean national boundaries and identities have been washed away. That don't mean that. So what you read in Galatians, you ain't understanding who he's talking to. When there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek. Why I don't say ain't no difference between the Jew and the Nigerian? Why I don't say ain't no difference between the Jew and the Chinese? So you got to go back in history and then understand who Paul really talking to there. To say, oh, now that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? There's always been a difference. Let the police jump behind you when you leave tonight. You gonna know it's a difference between you and the heathen. That's the occupying force of this land. So let's stop playing around. We got to stop playing church with this scripture. Feel me? And call it for what it is. You got something up?
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead.
It's in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles.
That's right. Now, if he's talking to physical Gentiles, y'all listen to me. If you born an Italian, you gonna die an Italian. You understand? If you born a Russian, your DNA don't change because you believe something else. You gonna die Russian. He's talking to Israelites who went off and took on a Gentile mindset, language, culture, and belief, and thus how they talked, how they moved, how they thought they were Gentiles. Like our people say today in the church, I'm a Gentile. Right. You're halfway right because you keep their holidays, you eat their food. You understand? You believe in their gods and their rituals and all their holidays. You are moving like a Gentile. But by blood, you an Israelite. And see, that one verse right there, when he say ye were Gentiles, right? When you go over to chapter 10, he's still talking to the Corinthians. You know what he say? He say, all our fathers were under the cloud. And all our fathers passed through the sea and was baptized under Moses. I ain't read nothing about no Corinthians leaving Egypt. Do you? All right, so by default, who is he talking to in Corinth? Israelites who took on a Greek mindset and culture. Thus, there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek who believe in a Mashiach because one portion went off and became Greek in mindset, language, culture, and ideology. Others stayed up under the covenant but didn't believe. Paul's argument is Christ came to die for both sets. There is no difference in y'all. You're both Israelites. One non-messianic and don't believe, other think he a damn Greek working out butt naked in the Olympics, in fraternities and sororities. You understand? Ye are one in a Mashiach. Now, if you look at it from that understanding, it make all the sense in the world now. You see what I'm saying? Because our people went off and became Hellenists. Look it up. They'll say Greek, it'll say Greek-speaking Jews who adopted Greek culture, language, ideology, and belief. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2 in the book of Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 2, ye knew that you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dumb idols. No, dumb in the scripture actually means someone, you know, you serving a God that can't even speak. Dumb. All right, let's get back to Exodus. Exodus chapter 9. Most High even put a difference between our animals. Go ahead.
Right. And the cattle of Egypt. And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel.
Flat out. Like that plague that's coming is coming to hit your enemies. Right? Make sure you obeying in this hour. Because we read last class that if Israel refuse to serve him, they gonna get handled too. That's what we read last class. We read in Exodus. He said, look, that's Exodus 7, I think it was. And he wasn't it? Exodus 7, Exodus 8, one of them. We say, look, if we don't go serve the Most High, that's what they told Pharaoh. If we don't go serve him, the plague is going to break out on us. We got to go serve him. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 5. And the Almighty appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow the Almighty shall do this thing in the land. Verse 6. And the Most High did that thing on the morrow.
Yeah.
And all the cattle of Egypt died, but of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one.
Died not one. You see that? I was watching last night. Even though they're heathens, I like the graphics in it. Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Yeah.
Came out in 2014. Same dude that directed Gladiator directed that. And it's off biblically speaking in some areas. You dig? But the graphics is almighty. So the night after the Passover, right before Israel was told to get up out of Egypt, Ramses came to Moses. He was like, is this the God that you serve? He kills children, and you know, he pronouncing judgment on himself because you was threatening to kill the children. Your father killed the Hebrew baby boys and all that. You understand? So Ramses mad. Is this the God that you serve that killed children? Moses stepped up to Ramses in the movie, grabbed him by his form and say, no Hebrew child died last night. He was like, he yanked away like, let me go, you dig? And then told all the Israelites, get out now. Y'all got to go. You understand? Straight up, y'all, when the Most High make a move on your enemies, make sure you in the secret place of the Most High. You understand? That ain't even no physical location. That means make sure you being obedient and do what he tell you to do. And move how he tell you to move so you can be protected in this hour. All right, anything out of box, anything out of bounds is going down. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go.
Stubborn. You understand? Stubborn and very proud is heathen. You understand? You want to know the equivalent to Pharaoh? Look at Donald Trump. Very, very arrogant. Very arrogant. At times, I ain't gonna lie, I be laughing. I kind of like the heathen. He just be cracking. He do what he want to do. Say what he want to say. Bomb when he want to bomb. Yeah, he only, you know, you got the first sitting president that's tweeting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just do. So that's the equivalent of Pharaoh. Very proud.
Yes.
And I like it because it's like, look, get the prophecies popping. That's what I'm talking about. What we waiting on? All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. And the Almighty said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace. For it says, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heavens in the sight of Pharaoh. Verse 9. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with flames.
Wow, boy.
Upon man and upon beast throughout all the land of Egypt.
Straight up, he said, take him some ashes, didn't he, boy? And let Moses sprinkle it toward heaven. That's crazy because you'll see a LeBron James before a basketball game take some powder and do all that. You ain't getting all that from, man. Look, Most High told Moses, take you ashes of the furnace, right? And sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. Not no Johnson baby powder. Ashes of the furnace.
Boy got some talcum.
Yeah, some talcum powder. not no cake batter. Not no cake batter. You dig? Ashes of the furnace. But notice he told him, look, do this in front of Pharaoh. See, I love that about the Most High. He right in your face with what he talking about. There is no hiding. There is no guessing. There is no wondering if the Most High is with him or not. He like, look, this what I'm finna have you do. Do this right in front of his face. And when you do it, boils gonna break out. Man, boils. When them suckers, boy, growing, popping, it's pussing.
With blames.
With blames. All right, let's look up his word, blames, brother. Boy, this Bible. You see, hey, you remember last class, boy, we kept reading, and it stank. Yeah, it stank, baby. Like stank is in the Bible. S-T-A-N-K. It stank, Tasha. That's how you know this Bible is for you. It stank.
That's Isaiah 3. There shall be stank.
All right, come on. Yo, let me read this real quick. Blames.
Strong's H76. And then the oath. And then the oath.
Okay. Blains or blisters, boils from root to swell up, from an unused root, meaning to belch forth an inflammatory pustule as eruption.
So popping,
Pustule.
boiling and popping.
Hold on. She ain't got the who got the mic. Yes. Sister Ruka.
Rising up in the skin.
Explain to us what is pustule? Inflammatory pustule. Go ahead, Hebrew. Well, all throughout Egypt, huh?
Leviticus 13 and 24.
Yeah. Boy, so notice the boils are going to be upon man and upon what? Beast throughout the land of Egypt. Plagues, boy. It's like you waking up and everybody from the White House, the chief of staffs, everybody in their family, and even the dog got boils with blames. Inflammatory pustule. Serious, boy. The Most High know how to get our attention, don't
Yeah, you do.
On the dog around store.
Yeah.
And look at what got one big plus on the cat.
Hey, because y'all know heathens love their dogs.
Yeah, they do.
They lay in the bed with them, kiss them in the mouth, put clothes on them. Yeah.
Take them to show.
Yeah, exactly. Their dogs have been treated better than you in this captivity. In this captivity, the heathen's dog eats better than you.
They never took 3/5 of a man off. You still down there with the dog's name, the cattle name. Verse 10. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it upward, up toward heaven. And it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast. Verse 11. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils. For the boils was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians.
Now, trip off that, the magicians could only somewhat replicate what Moses was doing, which was idiotic anyway, because you added more onto the plagues. But all that stopped at I believe, the frogs. I think once it came down to the frogs, they couldn't even replicate that. Yeah, they admitted this is the finger of the Almighty, right? You know it's redemption time when your enemy got to confess. That's them niggas, God. This is happening because of our treatment to them.
Boy, you talking about some Hebrews out in the ghetto called Goshen?
Yeah, that's they God. That's they God. You understand? You gonna see mighty and great things in this earth real soon. You're gonna see great things. You're gonna see the Most High move on your behalf. And look, it ain't even gonna be no question. Everything down to the mice gonna know. Yeah. You understand? That's the God of Israel, and those are his people. You understand? And there's judgment in this earth on behalf of how we treated them. Y'all look at the movie The Mist. I remember that came out years ago.
Yeah.
And a white woman in the middle of the grocery store said all this talk about a modern God. There is no God but the God of Israel. Right? Her fellow heathen said, "Woman, shut up." Smacked the spit out of her mouth.
Hit her with a can good.
Then she go like this. She gets slapped, come back around, more blood.
For the first strike of blood.
More blood is required. All this talk of a modern God, because the mist outside was eating everybody and destroying everybody. So everybody was inside the grocery store, shook because of the plague of the mist. And the white woman got the prophesy and say, all this talk of a modern God. There is no God but the God of Israel. Like, they shut up, woman. Heathens, man. Slapped the spit out that woman's mouth. She put her finger in her mouth, put her finger up. More blood. More blood is required. You understand? You know it's redemption time when your enemies start confessing. See, in a minute, all bets about to be off. Ain't about to be nothing to talk about. Like it ain't gonna be no scientist telling you that that bloody water was caused by algae bloom. Remember all them bloody rivers years ago? It was bloody rivers on, I'm talking about back to back to back, blood moons and all that. And the scientific theorists always had an explanation. So your fear wouldn't be in the Almighty. You start giving happenstance or an accident the credit instead of the finger of the Almighty. The magicians in Egypt knew better. They had more sense than these scientific Negroes today. They knew, no, that's the finger of the Almighty right there. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 12. And the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them. And the Most High had spoken unto Moses. Verse 13. And the Almighty said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Almighty power of the Hebrews.
Yeah.
Let my people go.
Yeah.
That they may serve me.
And that lets you know, man, that we really can't serve the Most High and praise him to our full capacity under the boots of these heathens. Notice he keep telling Moses, tell Pharaoh, let my people go so they can serve me. Now trip off that. He admitted, I'm hearing their cries, I'm hearing their prayers. But to fully serve the Almighty, you got to be up out of captivity. You can't be up under the bootstraps of Pharaoh, right? And that's why to this day, I don't understand how we so comfortable in captivity. When we keep reading the Almighty saying, let minds go so they can serve me. Because we truly can't serve him to our full capacity, being in bondage and serving another master. You can't serve two masters, right?
That's right.
You are the Most High's people. You are free men and women. The Son of the Most High made you free. You shall be free indeed. Claim your freedom. Stop running around like, I'm just a slave. No, you are a redeemed slave. You are a free man. You are a free sister in Christ. Hamashiach. He made you free. What was all that? What did he get crucified for? So you can be like, yeah, I'm a slave still, and no. Claim responsibility for what it is you have done. Stand up, be obedient, and receive the blessings of the Almighty. You feel me? And one of them blessings is ruling this earth. All right? You got something neat?
Yeah.
Come on.
I did.
All right, 14. Let's get it.
Verse 14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
Plague of the heart. That means plague of the mind. You understand? That means not only were they seeing these plagues and they were affected physically by these plagues, y'all, they were mentally plagued. They were snapping at how terrible the Most High is. Think about it, you wake up and see all that, boy, it do something to you. It'll do something to you like, whoa. You understand? Especially if you thought you was right the whole time and you was ruling and you was the God in this earth. He said, boy, I'm going to send a plague upon your heart and upon your servants.
And your animals.
And your animals. Go ahead, Nee. You got something?
I said it makes sense why we can't. Yeah, it's something. But the reason why it makes sense why you can't serve your God completely, even us, those who have walking and coming to the street. The reason why, because the next thing you worry about, how much sleep I gotta get, who gives? How much bills you gotta pay, when I gotta be at work, when the kids gotta get to school, when they gonna work, what bills, what's the food on the table? You know what I'm saying? Will I have health care? You know what I'm saying? Will my partner get paid? And all that. They get right.
Too busy worrying about the cares of this world.
That's right. Exactly. Too caught up in the cares of this social construct.
That's right.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So if you break away from this, then there's no longer nothing but the basic thing. Guess what? Most High come again. Food, your water, and shelter. Them your basics. Food, water, shelter. And then we got milk, we even had to stick for that. So you was based on that. Everything else was for praise.
Right.
Praise and worship.
And then the Most High tell and teach us that consider the ant, what he asked for. What these birds out there asking, they ain't asking for nothing. You see what I'm saying? They already know what to do. That's what he's telling the teachers. Already know what to do. Follow the instructions.
That's right.
Hey man, the first thing people thought about when this little coronavirus popped off, and then they did the little mandatory shutdown quarantine or whatever.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna pay my bills?
When it worked on dying, what? They're like, I'm gonna pay my bills.
Hey, you
I'm gonna get put out. Hey,
Boy, ain't worried about dying at all.
no.
I'm
And
gonna pay my bills.
how I'm gonna make some money?
That's how simple our people is.
Hey man,
And it's
hey man,
it's a
stop making me
simple
laugh.
thing, bro.
Go ahead, you say what level that is?
That's what I'm saying. That's how that's the simplicity of our people, man.
Make my money.
I went into the store today, bro. All the eyelashes and the makeup was gone. I said, what? There's still food on the rack and then all the eyelashes and makeup gone?
Vanity, man.
Are you serious? See, they ain't got no survival skills because we spoiled and robbed.
And that's another thing. That's a good point, because then vanity and self-glory comes into play. Because then you still worry about, am I gonna still get my honey? I remember when this thing broke out, they shut the clubs down. You know what it goes for after hours.
Yeah.
In the hood.
Yeah.
The thing was jam-packed.
Jumping, wasn't it?
I said, man, bro, driving through the hood, boy,
Man.
no coronavirus, bro.
Man, every boy, you know the spots.
Boy, hey, you know I know.
Boy, all right.
Boy, they in there.
Every after hour spot joking in this hour.
What they used
Days
to call
in the what? Days in the
hey, what they used to call them back in the day, Valley, the speakeasy.
Yeah, speak east. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, right? We're good, right? Man,
That's right. Ain't no
That's
spirit
all
around.
praises to the Most High, man.
You serve the guy who drops these plays.
that's right. All right, come on, Doc, let's
All
get
right,
it.
verse 15. For now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the
The
earth.
Most High know how to threaten. And it's saying second Ezra, if he threaten, you're going to be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. You can't play. That's what I'm saying. It's like, now's the time to come on in. Noah prepared the boat, right? And preached repentance and kept preaching repentance, right? Come on home, right? You know the terror of the Almighty, man. Come on home. He ain't playing no games in this hour. All those out of box, he said, I'm going to cut you off from the earth. Not playing. And that's not there, y'all. As you know, that was a good soothing read. That's there to strike fear in you, fear of him. So you know how to move out here. See, people don't like that. Why is your God like this? Why you like the way you are with your children? What you mean? You send them babies to school and expect them to act right some days of the week. Okay, act good 2 days out the week, and the other 3 days you go to school, run amok, do what you want to do. You expect those babies to go out and represent you and act right every day. So you can hold your children to that standard, but the Most High can't hold us to that standard. Stop it. The very thing you charging them with, you already doing. You already doing. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Chapter 9, verse 16 of the book of Exodus. And in verity, for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power.
Woo!
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
And the Most High tell him, look, I rose you up. You understand? It tell you that in the book of Daniel as well. The Most High give the kingdoms of the earth to whom he want and put above them the bases of men. This is the Most High is doing when you're done talking. He's the ultimate puppet master. He the one pulling the strings. He got to sanction it anyway. You understand? Think about the ramifications. The most powerful nation in the earth dropped in front of your eyes. Before it dropped, it was plagued with biblical proportions. You understand? Before and while it was dropping, the very slaves they subjugated and extorted for over 400 years were miraculously redeemed. You understand? Think, what would that do? Like if you were some other nation outside that nation getting news and watching what was going on, you understand? The fear of not only your God, but of you will fall on everybody. Like obviously he's with them. You see what I'm saying? Most High gonna get him some honor when you done talking. And there ain't a nuclear bomb, an ICBM. There ain't enough laser beams, the gamma ray, drones, hellfire missiles in this earth or in existence that's gonna be able to stop him. There ain't none. The best thing you can do is get down with him. You understand? Seek his face now, because the time coming when he gonna mock. Tell you that in Proverbs, the 1st chapter. Now I called, you ain't pick up. Remember? I stretched forth my hand, you ain't want none of me. So when your calamity come, I'm gonna mock you. So we got people mocking now him and his people, right? But the day is coming where the Most High gonna say, I'm mocking you, my turn. Because when I called, none answered.
No man regard.
Stop playing with him. Stop playing. Seek him while he can't be found. All right, go ahead, 17.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
As yet exalted thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go.
Come on.
Verse 18. Behold, tomorrow about this time, it sounds like a brother. Behold, tomorrow about this time will I cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such as have not been in Egypt since the foundations thereof, even until now. I
was getting calls at 3 in the morning last night. Out of North County, boy, it was hailing out of nowhere. It ain't hit where we was at. I was looking outside. I mean, I seen a little bit of lightning, whatever.
The whole crib was getting tore up.
Boy, Yaki hit me at 3 in the morning on WhatsApp. I'm like, boy, I can't hear you. I just heard all background static. Then I checked the WhatsApp, Sister Noah and Brittany, them in their comment, like, man, it's going down.
What size was it?
I don't know what size was the hill.
Yeah. Golf ball size?
Yeah.
That was more size then.
One of them gumdrops, one of them little jawbreakers, something like that. Hey, but trip off that. Trip off hula hoop size hail. Trip off a hula hoop size hail falling out the sky, mixed with fire.
It has been baseball size hail falling out the sky around here.
Yeah, say it has happened before.
It has happened before.
So somebody was throwing bricks at the house.
Remember that when that hill was dropping out when that tornado hit the airport?
Yeah. All that dental insurance.
All the call-outs was destroyed.
Everybody was getting dental insurance. The hill was falling from heaven.
They had the nerve to show on the news somebody walking out there with a flimsy umbrella. What is she doing out there?
It's like them niggas be walking around with this thunder and the lightning outside with umbrellas.
So know what it say, a grievous hail.
A grievous.
And Egypt never seen nothing to like, the way you can never compare it. All right. Some people say, well, y'all, that's y'all account of what happened in Egypt. Egypt never documented that. That's another lie. It's called the Papyrus of Ipuwer. Egypt documented its destruction. And it'll blow your mind how much of it line up with Exodus. Blow by blow. If we get some time at the end of this, we'll pull it up. And we'll show the Exodus side and then the Egyptians chronicalizing plagues that are hidden. You understand? That's describing what we read in Exodus. So shots fired at the Egyptologists talking about, remember we had that years ago. Remember? It's called the Ipuwer Papyrus. You dig? So we might pull it up before the end of class. You know what I'm saying? Just to give even our people in this hour who are still on the fence. Like, I mean, the stories sound good, but, you know, ain't no proof. Egypt didn't document it. It did. Actually, they did. The Ipuwer Papyrus. Hey, everything from blood to hell to the destruction of the firstborn is all in there. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get
verse 19.
You said what, Nick? That's right.
The book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 19. Send therefore now and gather thy cattle and all that thou hast in the field. For upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die.
No, you better gather them. Gather everything in, because if it's outside, it's going down. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. He that feared the word of the Most High amongst the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the house.
See, Pharaoh got servants, but they ain't the Israelites. He got other servants of other nations around him too. But you understand, like when things get to happening, you understand, like what they call the finger of God, the F5 tornado, something that's like a mile wide. Heathens call it the finger of God. You understand? Y'all, in other words, your God, when he moved, when the mighty one moved, it be all bets off. It don't even be no debates going on. It don't be, no, well, hold on, because of the low pressure and the high pressure and the jet stream. You can say, you can leave all the educational talk at home somewhere. We gonna call it for what it is. Right? And even your oppressor, when it get real, that's the finger of the Almighty right there. And even they get into the fetal position. And even they be, look, even the most professed atheists call out to your God. They'll say, oh, Lord God. Oh, who you calling on? Talking about some Lord God. You understand? Oh, Jesus. I thought you was an atheist. I thought you was an evolutionist. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yep. Because if you outside, that hell come, you destroy.
Go ahead, Rock. You got something to say out?
Yeah.
So even the servants of Pharaoh start fearing when they start seeing these plagues. So remember, y'all, blood, frogs, lice, flies, plague of cattle, and boils on man and beast, and hit so forth.
Bro, I had, you talk about the atheists. I had a pot I grew up with. You know, proclaimed himself as atheist. He had his first son. And the first son was having complications, you know, in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? He asked me, I'm looking like, who you pray to?
Right.
But I told him, I said, that's a good thing. Because now you want to recognize, you know what I'm saying? When you come to your door.
Yeah.
When you come to your door, you'll recognize.
That's good, man. You feel me? Like we ain't gotta mock nobody. It'd be good you got on the boat before that door got shut. You understand? Because it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You understand? It's fearful. Like the Most High, when he get down, like if you on his wrath side, you dig? That ain't nothing you want to see. When the Most High has his hand upon you for evil, for wrath, for judgment, man, please. Man, please.
Nobody count in the entire universe.
Combined.
On record.
That's right. Come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 21, chapter 9 of the book of Exodus. And he that regardeth not the word of the Most High left his servants and his cattle in the field.
If you don't build your life based off the word of the Most High, you are like a mansion or a castle builded on sand. And the rain came, and the wind blew, and the house fell, and great was the fall of it. Right? Billions don't believe in the word of the Most High. They all will on Judgment Day, though.
Yeah, they will.
They all believe on Judgment Day, man. Believe that. You understand? Now, why is there people going so hard in this hour trying to make you believe this ain't real? You dig? Yeah, we gonna see. You dig? But think about it. What judgment or punishment do you get for being obedient to the God of Israel? I mean, even in y'all other religions, am I punished for serving the God of the Bible? No. I'm saying, there ain't nothing written that I get punished for following this God. Now, ask me what's the punishment for you serving your gods. No, okay. Hey, we talking about bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies. There is no recorded written punishment for being obedient to the mighty one of Jacob. Not one. Not one. I'm better off obeying him now. You dig? And then just so happened we find out after we died in transition, that wasn't true. You dig? Then to play him like he ain't true now and then find out later he is. You understand? Because there is no recorded punishment or penalty for being obedient to the God of Israel, the mighty one of Jacob.
Just like if they said next week is gonna be 10 feet of snow. We're gonna prepare.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So why not we prepare for the life after now? That's what we do. Prepare for the next life after. And you saying that you're not going to get yourself prepared? Let's see. We'll see what happens.
That's right. Logical 93 doing the Passover. You dig? Or if you around, you know what I'm saying, anytime before or after the Passover. You know what I'm saying? We can get it done. It ain't no problem. We lay hands and get her done around her.
How do you stack riches in heaven?
It's a good question, bro.
Bring it out, brother.
I mean, that's the only way you can stack riches in heaven is by keeping his commandments.
That's right.
Man, that's about 20, 40, 50 scriptures on that.
Hey, Lebanon over here flipping like a all right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 22. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch forth thy hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, upon beast, and upon every herb of the field.
Wow.
Throughout the land of Egypt.
Even the herbs got to go, huh? Wow. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Most High sent thunder and hail, and the fire rained upon the ground, and the Most High rained hail upon the land of Egypt.
So we got hail mingled with fire. So it ain't just like what y'all went through last night. You know what I'm saying? Let jawbreaker size, you know what I'm saying? Things of ice falling out the sky. Mingled with fire.
Brimstone sound what you've been talking
about. Yeah. See, brimstone savage. A brimstone baptism, boy. Serious. Can you imagine one of them cracking your skull? Man. Speak up. What the mic? Who got the mic? What the mic?
I'm just sitting there just thinking, man. You know, again, the Lord knows my finite miniature peon mind can't fathom the power of my side. I'm just saying, with the right flammable gas and liquid in that ice in the atmosphere, with the lightning charging it in the clouds at the time it disperses, I can see that release of fire. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If the atmosphere is saturated right. I mean, you know, the Most High gonna say it. Oh, you know, that's how he works.
Right.
Working his creation, using his creation. You see what I'm saying? But the right type of gases in the atmosphere infused in those ice, charged by the electrical ions in the clouds, will probably produce the air fire.
Boy, you sound like boy, scientists up in there, boy.
Higher falls for maximum speed. Don't get that
hula hoop size with fire.
Talking about 75-pound rocks, bro.
Yeah.
Just like I was watching on the History Channel, brother. So like I was watching on the History Channel, the heathen was showing that the brimstone that's still over on the ground in Israel, it's still burn, bro.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Blue fire.
Yeah.
Blue fire, bro. So he straight took a couple of pebbles and blue. The fire wasn't even orange or nothing, it was just blue.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very possible.
I seen that. They were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, y'all.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah to this day is littered with chunks of brimstone. To this day. And if you read its description before it was destroyed, it was a very prosperous area over in Israel. Very, very prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Man, this deal is littered with chunks of brimstone. The Most High left evidence in the earth of his destruction. Proof.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail. Very grievous.
We keep reading grievous.
Very grievous.
Go ahead.
Such as there was none like in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation.
Wow.
Since it became a nation. Verse 25. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt. And all, it says, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field.
Straight up, come on. Most High destroying the whole infrastructure of this nation its economy. You understand? Every aspect of the nation, all branches of government, the economy, stock market, border and trade, everything, and their worship. All their gods are getting hit at the same time. You ain't playing. Look, join the side of the Most High. They're the mighty one of Jacob, period. Other than that, you ain't nothing but a dead man walking. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26.
Come on.
Only in the land of Goshen.
Only in the ghetto.
Only in the land of Goshen.
What a bruise at.
Only in the land of Jewry.
Hey,
Goshen.
Trip off there. That's where we was at. We was in Egypt, but of course, remember, it's a separation between you Egyptians and you Hebrews. Even how we live to this day. You understand? No matter where we at, they call it white flight. They get about it in a few years. And then this Negroes all out where they used to be at.
Tell you in 11th chapter.
Yeah, there's a difference. So where the Most High chosen people were at living, where the Most High chosen people was at living, they were not suffering from the plagues. You understand? How powerful is that? To know that the Most High loved you so much that he can hit a land, but where his people essentially located at, they good.
Hey, that's the Most High heart machine. You heard
me?
Taking direct hits.
Hey, but see, you ever wonder, trip off that, when tornadoes hit around St. Louis, major tornadoes, and them heathens all the way out there get flooded. But look, them tornadoes never tapped down some Martin Luther King. They never tapped down King's Highway. Trip off that. To this day, the Most High is letting you know, even when I bring what they call a natural disaster, for the most part, his people straight. His people really don't even be getting touched by it. I wonder why that is. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 26.
I'll go ahead, Nick.
Oh, you got something?
Yeah, definition, ghetto. You can find this in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says a quarter of a city in which Jews
reside. Look up Jewry. You can see that. You can see that. It say where the Jews reside.
Jewry.
Oh, wow. Yep.
What about that?
So it's awfully funny, boy. They understood back then that you Jews lived in the ghetto. And where they put you Jews at today?
Man, come on, man.
Verse 26. Oh, you got something up?
He over there rapping Cuckoo Cow, man. No, he in my project, Steve.
They were Goshen, only the lonely, boy. Nothing going on. All the rest of Eden just finished. Verse 26. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel was there no hail.
Yeah.
Verse 27. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron. Hey, y'all gotta come.
Yeah. See?
Verse 27. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned. What did he say? I have sinned this time.
Wow, look at Pharaoh.
The Most High is righteous.
Ooh.
And I am, it says, and I and my people are wicked.
Well, you know, now y'all look up, start looking up senators and heads of states praying in like an open Congress session or something like that. Praying and begging that the God of heaven will forgive the United States of America. They all over the internet. Trip off that. Again, my whole point being, you know, it's redemption time when your enemy is admitting, look, we've been wicked. We've sinned against the mighty one of heaven. You understand? I and my people are wicked. Notice, even though this was his confession, that still didn't hinder the fact that what? It's redemption time. My people, let my people go so they can serve me. You see? When the pressure's on, man, when the pressure's on, they all get to confess it. Straight up.
No, he actually found out what he was doing to the dear children of God.
Yeah.
Verse 28. And treat the Most High, for it is enough.
I've had enough. I'm going to tap out.
He's tapping out, bro. Verse 28. And treat the Most High, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings in hell. And I will let you go and ye shall stay no longer.
He said, man, pray to your God. Said that the other day. You know it's over when your enemy start asking you, hey, man, pray for me. Pray to your God. Ask him to let the pressure up off me. Pray to your God. Man. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 29, and Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Most High, and the thundering shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how that the earth is the Most High.
The earth is the Most High. So y'all, this is hail, right? Mingled with fire, but notice it's thundering too. So this is thundering hail mingled with fire. Oh, wait, boy. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 30. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear the Most High power. Verse 31. And the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was boiled. Verse 32, but the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. Verse 33, and Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto the Most High.
Knows how Moses praying. Hands spread up, hands spread abroad. Y'all highlight that. Another place in the Bible when it describes how we pray. Hands stretched out.
Verse 33. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto the Most High. And the thundering and the hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. Verse 34. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunderings were ceased, he sinned yet more.
So look at that. As soon as the pressure get let up, right?
And hardened his heart.
And that's why, you know, even if you heathens are praying in this hour, we ain't believing none of that. You understand? Because as soon as the Most High let a little pressure off, you go right back to being what? Your natural nature. The heathen.
He and his servant.
Go ahead.
The Gentiles, right? Verse 35. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Most High had spoken by Moses.
As the Most High had spoken by Moses. All right, y'all, we're going to go chapter 10 next, but before that, we're going to look at this video about this new virus that's in the earth.
The new virus.
Yeah, you know, you got COVID-19, right? Now you got another virus that's out of China called the hantavirus. And it's called not the COVID virus, but the CCP virus. 3 days ago.
CCP.
So, y'all, we're going to play some of this, too. This actually is a 28-minute long video. I just want to play some of it so y'all can understand. Another plague alert. Another plague in the earth.
These marvelous plagues in the earth.
Yeah, you can. I ain't gonna
While
watch
countries grapple with the spread of the coronavirus, a different kind of virus is causing panic in China after a man died of the hantavirus. The CCP virus has cost an unknown number of lives in Wuhan alone, possibly numbering in the thousands or tens of thousands. And now one resident wants to hold the local officials accountable for the devastation. Earlier this month, several lawyers in the U.S. brought the Chinese regime to court for covering up the outbreak, allowing it to become a pandemic. Now a Chinese lawyer is trying to shift the blame to the U.S. The president of Harvard University and his wife just tested positive for the CCP virus. The couple are self-isolating at home. And the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics will be postponed for a year. Japan's prime minister making the announcement today. Welcome to China in Focus. I'm Tiffany Meyer. Just as the world gets prepared for the novel coronavirus or CCP virus, there is another virus causing panic. According to reports, a migrant worker in China suddenly felt unwell in the early hours of March 23rd and was rushed to the hospital. He died several hours later. According to health authorities, the man tested negative for the CCP virus, but did test positive for another virus, the hantavirus. So what is the hantavirus and how worried should people be? According to the CDC, hantaviruses are a type of virus commonly spread by rodents and can cause several different types of diseases. It can spread to people through inhaling air from rodent urine or droppings that's infected with a hantavirus. According to the CDC, treatment options are limited, so it's best to avoid rodents. So what are the symptoms? According to the Mayo Clinic, there are 2 stages. The first stage includes flu-like symptoms. Then the condition usually worsens after 10 days to potentially life-threatening breathing problems. In North America, the mortality rate is over 30%. According to Chinese state-run media, the medical teams that came from other places to Hubei province to help are going home now. But according to Chinese Caixin.net, an internal document from March 20th shows the Hubei novel coronavirus epidemic prevention and control headquarters asked medical teams from outside Hubei province to stay, and the date of departure would be announced later. A source said right now, every day there are up to a dozen asymptomatic patients who test positive. The situation in Wuhan is unclear. As the pandemic continues to spread around the world, Chinese authorities announced they will lift travel bans to and from Hubei province. This as authorities have been reporting close to 0 new cases for several days, but locals are worried. A citizen in Wuhan told us many people have tested positive again.
In Wuhan, many people who have been treated or quarantined in temporary hospitals have relapsed and tested positive again. Now, the hospitals do not dare to accept patients. There are policies to this.
A big data analysis conducted by the University of Southampton research team in mid-February of 60,000 people who left Wuhan is lining up with how the CCP virus is actually spreading. In mid-February, the research team, known as WorldPop, had tracked the mobile phone movement of around 60,000 people who left Wuhan before it was put on lockdown. The map tracked them to cities mostly in Asia, but also Europe, US, Australia, and other countries. It predicted the virus would spread further and warned countries to be prepared, and high-risk cities in China and around the world should strengthen screening to prevent the spread. And a new report in France Radio International reveals how Chinese media create video programs showing international support for China. According to the March 22nd report, a media in China published an ad online in Chinese and English to hire one international student to make a video about racial discrimination against Chinese because of the novel coronavirus. The ad didn't specify what country, just indicated the shooting time would be 2 hours and the price 60 euros. In the Chinese version, the ad specifically states the need to face the camera and raise a sign, but did not mention what would be written on the sign. Yesterday, we reported about a photo circulating online of a banner which read, "Congratulations to the US epidemic," and wished the Japanese epidemic a smooth, long sailing. It was posted on a restaurant in China. This photo is now going viral in Japan and aroused anger among the Japanese. Yesterday, the owner of the restaurant was fired from the company. A netizen wrote, "Authoritarians indoctrinate people with hatred of foreign countries in order to redirect the anger of the people toward foreign countries. People do not understand the intentions of authorities and think they are patriotic by criticizing foreign countries. They don't know that the rulers don't need you to be patriotic. They only need you to obey and keep silent when being oppressed." The CCP virus spreading from Wuhan has caused an unknown number of lives in that city alone, possibly numbering in the thousands or tens of thousands. And now one resident wants to hold local officials accountable for the devastation it's caused.
A taxi driver in Wuhan lost his mom to the CCP virus. Now he wants the government to compensate. He talked to her sister media, the Chinese Epoch Times. "We're using a pseudonym for John. and his voice has been distorted to protect his identity.
I recorded the whole process of taking her to the hospitals. I have the videos and I have the receipts. Now I can't go out yet. When I can go out, I will find a lawyer, even sue the regime for compensation. This is not a natural disaster. It's a man-made disaster.
He took his mom to 3 hospitals. At the last hospital, they waited an entire day for a bed. Soon after his mom was admitted, her condition turned critical and she passed away. He blames Wuhan officials for covering up the outbreak in its early stages. First, concealing that it happened, and second, saying it wouldn't spread between humans.
They suppressed the 8 whistleblowers. The Public Security Bureau said they were spreading rumors. Of course, we trusted the Public Security Bureau. Then an expert came out and said, it can't transmit human to human, nothing to worry about. That's how it got so bad in Wuhan. This is completely due to irresponsible acts of government officials.
He pointed to one person particularly deserving of blame, Wuhan Central Hospital's Communist Party secretary, Tsai Li.
The party secretary in the Central Hospital, she didn't allow the doctors to talk about it. They couldn't even wear face masks. That's why the Central Hospital suffered the most losses.
Zhang said these officials, and especially this party secretary, should answer for this disaster.
For regular folks, if you drive under the influence and endanger the public, you'll be sentenced at least 6 months, even without hurting anybody. Her action resulted in so many deaths.
He added, since his mom got sick, he had to deal with various officials of the Chinese Communist Party. He said in his experience, these officials would rather deflect blame than take full responsibility for what they do.
A lawyer from Wuhan, China, is suing the U.S. government for bringing the CCP virus to Wuhan. The lawyer is asking the U.S. to pay for the economic loss he suffered and for President Trump to publicly apologize to him.
A Chinese lawyer named Liang Xuguo is trying to bring President Trump and other U.S. officials to court for spreading the virus. The CCP virus first appeared in Wuhan, China last December and has since infected 400,000 people around the globe. But the Chinese...
Now that's deep. That's deep because Trump himself is on record calling this the Chinese virus, right? But look, y'all see over there, they straight letting it be known the U.S. is responsible for bringing this deal over here. So y'all, what we talking about here? Germ warfare. Germ warfare is what we talking about here at its highest. You feel me? And it seemed as if it done backlashed on them because a lot of elites supposedly, you understand, are being hit. So we got another virus in the earth, the hantavirus. As y'all can see, the Most High ain't playing no games whatsoever, shape, form, or fashion. All right. I want to get into before we get back to Exodus, I want to go to 2nd Ezra and the Apocrypha real quick. Y'all watch the rest of that video when y'all get a chance. All these videos are like 3 days old. This is a brand new virus supposedly being hatched out of China again. All right. Yeah, think about all the viruses over the years. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. MERS, that was back in like 2016. MERS. Yeah, you said what? Yeah, the MRSA virus. Then you got the H1N1 swine flu. You understand? Then the mad cow disease. Think about it. West Nile, Ebola. What happened to Ebola? Everybody talking about this. You got that Ebola. What happened to the Ebola? Germ warfare is in this earth. Believe it or not. You understand? And y'all, you ain't seen nothing yet. Plagues on top of plagues is coming. But it's mighty poetic how the Most High is moving in this hour. I mean, the timing couldn't be even more better. You know what I'm saying? Man, tornadoes too, boy, told Mississippi a rear end a couple of days ago. The earthquakes, matter of fact, was a few earthquakes in West Texas a few hours ago. You understand? Yeah, it's going down, man. It's going down. Get the Most out of the praise and the glory. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to 2nd Ezra 15. We're gonna read about some plagues. All right, y'all see the title. You understand? The plagues of Egypt, signs of divine redemption. It's just the truth. No time for you to be afraid. If you want to be afraid, fear the Most High. How about that? Don't fear man. Don't fear none of these diseases. None of that. Be found in fear of the Almighty, because that will make sure you're moving how you're supposed to be moving. All right? That'll make sure you're moving exactly how you're supposed to be moving. Yeah, we're going to start at 1, man. We're just going to read that on down. Read it on down to 27. All right? 2nd Ezra out the Apocrypha. If you don't got it, it's up on the board. Chapter 15. We're going to get a little bit of 16 as well. But everything, and it's mighty poetic, man, how the Bible is still speaking in this hour. You can't watch the news. You can't go outside. You can't listen to music. You can't do nothing without something reminding you of what the Bible is saying. Right? It's like you actually are reading the script to the movie you live in. You're reading the script to the movie that you're living in. The Bible. There's a book called The Bible. You ever read it? Where it's actually the script to the movie that you're living in. And it's powerful and beautiful how these things get called down blow by blow. Y'all, I be smiling. Like, I be straight amped when I be out. You feel me? Before I, you know what I'm saying, get in the prayer mode at the crib and all that, man, I be amped, man, because we ain't looking so crazy anymore. If you really want to know what's happening in this earth, you better get with somebody that you know the Most High is dealing with. And say, what's going on, man? What is happening? I'm afraid. You understand? Now is the time for you to be seeking the men of the Most High that's been living this. The sisters of the Most High that's been living this. You understand? I'm talking about under the threat of losing jobs and losing spouses and you understand? Being dismissed. All right, Shabbat Shalom, y'all. Blessings. Okay. All right, no doubt. Most High bless. Honor y'all father and y'all mother.
Love you, brother.
Honor y'all
man. Y'all drive the faith too, man. That's it.
I show a whole thing of what.
All right, yeah. Put that hoodie on too, brother.
Right, man. Yeah, zip that on up, boy. Handle your business.
Yeah, and this Bible is always gonna be the last resort to all answers. You know what I'm saying? They always go to everything when they search everything, and guess what? The last resort be go to the scriptures and find.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So yeah.
You say, boy, the Buddha scrolls ain't talking in these hours. All them Hotep niggas, I ain't heard nobody reading them about no Medu Neter. I'm like, why when the plagues and viruses in the earth and the tornadoes and the earthquakes, you don't hear nothing about these Sinetta Negroes, nothing about these Baba Heru and Bobby Him. You don't hear what's that boy name that died? Yosef Ben Yakanan, Sarah Sutin Sedis and Young Pharaoh. Where they at in this hour?
In the basement high.
Where they at in this hour?
They somewhere high.
Ain't none of your Medu Neters done spoke to you about these days. None of them. Yeah, man, you gonna know why the Most High is the Most High, because his word echoes through eternity.
Right.
When you done talking, I mean, that's all we need to do to prove who word is true and who word ain't. We ain't even got to get into it. Well, this was written before this. In the end, Negro, you don't know what was written before what. Ain't nobody in this room over the age of 48. How the hell you gonna tell me what was written before something that purportedly was written thousands of years ago? You was around back then. The only way we can know whose word is true is if it's lining up with what we're seeing and living and going through today. That's the only way you can line it up and tell, okay, that gotta be true. That gotta be true. Whatever inspired those men to write that must be the spirit of the true and living power.
Yeah.
Because this was written thousands of years ago, and in 2020 it's frighteningly accurate. I don't know what else to do. Either it's a coinky dink or it's the truth. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I don't believe that. That ain't my problem. It's not my problem what you don't accept or believe. All right, let's get to 2nd Ezra 15, Hebrew.
All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth.
Yeah.
Saith the Almighty.
That's how you know the Most High's word and that he's the true and living power over all type of gods. Because he tell you all the time, write my word down. Write it down. That way when it comes to pass, and you eyebrow deep in it, you'll know it was sent by me. Because anything you worship, if you're going to call it God, it better be all knowing. It better know the end from the beginning, or else you wasting your time worshiping that. It don't know everything. You see? Most I say, look, write my word down. Look, in other words, mark my word. I bet it come to pass. I guarantee it'll come to pass. See, I can worship a mighty one like a God like that, man. He talk his talk. He lets you know, hey, anybody, you choose anything else, you an abomination. All them gods are nothing to me. I can praise, I can worship that. That makes sense to me. You understand? If after all, if you are the mighty one and creator of all, wouldn't you be confident in your talking? Like, look, I created that. I did that. You mine. I killed nations for you. Right? Oh, you want to know if my word true? Well, write it down. Watch it come to pass so you'll know. That makes sense for me, man. I don't even need no convincing behind that. Make all the sense in the world. Make all sense of the world. All right. Where we at, Hebrew? Let's get it.
Read 1 again.
Yeah.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Most High.
Come on.
Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper.
Come on.
For they are faithful and true.
See, he said, my words are faithful. You can depend on my words, and they're true. Write them down. And he told all his prophets, look, write that down.
He said it all the time, man. Y'all need to write this down.
Don't he always say that? Little bro always say, hey, man, y'all write this down. Go look this up.
Yeah.
Most High told John the Revelator, man, write all thou seest, for they're faithful and true. All right. Come on, Hebrew, let's get
Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Come on, home.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Come on.
That speak against thee.
Incredulity means disbelief.
Not credible.
It's not credible.
You just got to look for the root words with these big, long, stupid words, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If it say salt and Mika mean, you just know it's salt.
You heard me? Hey,
it's amazing.
Hey, Hebrews know how to get the definition and meanings out of words, like Labanai is saying. You know what I mean? Find the base word in it. It'll make all the sense in the world. Incredulity means it's not credible. You understand? Meaning not believable. So let not the disbelief of them trouble you that speak against you. Right? And y'all, for years, they've been speaking against the Israelites. For years, they've been speaking against the brothers that have been going out week in, week out, prophesying what's coming. For years, we was talked against and laughed and mocked. And now everybody kneecaps knocking like a naked newborn.
That's right.
Now, you understand? Now, everybody heart and fell to their gut. And they like, whoa. Right? But the Most High already told us, man, look, let not the disbelief of them trouble you that speak against you. Why? Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All those who are unfaithful to the Most High going to die. Like Big O say, ISUPK teaching people to get vaccines. I heard that. Look, everybody that the Most High is not dealing with, they always bomb themselves. And right? So, that had to come out so you would know in this hour, those aren't the men of the Most High. You ain't supposed to be following them. I mean, think about it. Deep down in your gut, you already knew you weren't supposed to be following them. They said that yesterday.
Incredulity.
I heard it. I heard the Negro say it. If you don't get one, you're stupid.
What?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Negro, my oldest daughter was born during the H1N1 swine flu. The entire hospital was under quarantine. And I refuse every vaccine. Nigga, and my daughter is 11. You understand? 11 years old and don't even get sick. Hell, you talking about get a vaccine. Then the boy asked him, you say, well, sir, I heard certain vaccines are linked to autism, which is true. Look it up. Look it up. Damage your nervous system and all type of stuff. Look it up. He gonna say that's not true. And then Negroes start clapping like seals at the zoo at feeding time. Ooh, 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 ooh. You so deep, man, nigga. You ain't deep. No same men gonna tell you get the mark of the beast. Come on, man. Come on, man. Eventually, you gonna have to stand up and say, nah, these ain't men of the Most High. You understand? You may like some of the stuff they got going on, but look, they are speaking stuff that's gonna get you killed.
It's a bunch of entertainer Hebrews out here too, bro.
That's right.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Almighty, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Come on.
I gotta read that again.
Yeah.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Most High, I will bring plagues upon the world.
That's right.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction.
When you done talking, the Most High is the puppet master. Ain't nothing moving in this earth.
The puppet master of puppet masters.
That's right. Ain't nothing moving in this earth unless he sanctioned it. You said what, bro?
I say he's the puppet master of puppet masters.
That's right.
Because they got strange too.
That's
Because he
right.
moving all men.
That's right.
We know what the scriptures say.
It's real. It is what it is, man. Most High said, I'm gonna bring it. Right? Even if you get into what so-and-so got a patent on it. All right, good. You understand? Read the book of Job. Satan got to get permission from the Almighty to make moves in this earth. So if I know Bill Gates is an agent or a minister of Satan, you understand? And he got a patent on whatever virus. Me being a believer in the Almighty, after I done read the book of Job, now I know what? That Bill Gates wouldn't have had no authority and no ability in this earth to create no type of vaccine unless the one controlling him, his master, Satan, had to go get permission from the Almighty. You understand? Ain't nothing moving without the Most High sanction. Nothing moving.
That's right.
And he letting you know I'm bringing plagues on the earth. Why? Because wickedness doth exceedingly pollute this earth. You understand? I gave commands. I told you what I expect and what I would do. I even told you I'm going to bless you if you be obedient, and you still chose the other side. Oh, you think I'm playing? Just like you do with your children. Oh, you think I'm playing? Now I got to what? I got to put the smack down. So don't get mad. Don't get mad when the Most High allowed a smack to come down because you didn't listen. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 6. Like now he already broke it down. Verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Ooh.
Verse 7. Therefore saith the Almighty. Verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, if you are just, if you someone that's righteous, you always are asking the Most High, how long until you bring judgment? He even said, innocent and righteous blood cry out to him. Souls under the altar, Revelation the 6th chapter. How long, O Most High, holy and true, will you not avenge our blood that was shed on earth? Will you not avenge our blood? The souls of just complain continually.
Even that righteous blood cry from the ground, bro.
Yeah.
Well, who is it?
You got Abel, yeah.
Verse 9. And therefore saith the Almighty, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Most I said, I'm going to revenge my people.
Right.
I'm going to receive all that innocent blood. All that blood going all the way back to Abel. Yes, the Most High is not unrighteous. He will never forgive what we went through, ever. All right, go ahead.
Verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Come on.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Come on.
11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand.
Come on.
And a stretched out arm.
Come on.
And smite the Egyptians with plagues as before.
As what?
As before.
Wow. Wow. Now we all know that Israel went back into bondage or back into Egypt by way of ships. Deuteronomy 28. Ezra, this is second Ezra. That's the priest Ezra in the Bible. You understand? Well, he lived after the Exodus. He lived after actually Isaiah and Jeremiah. So you can't even talk about, you know what I'm saying? This was during Jeremiah's day. This is after the captivity. This is Ezra. You understand? Oh, okay. Well, he's having a prophecy about a future destruction of Egypt and saying what? I'm going to smite Egypt with plagues as I did before. You understand? Wherever Israel is scattered and in bondage, look at it as a spiritual Egypt. And guess what? You can guarantee the Most High is going to visit it with plagues as he did before. You got something out?
Nah, you already hit it.
Hallelujah.
That's the spirit, right? The spirits be called.
Spirit.
Sodom and Egypt. Yeah. Revelation 11. Okay. Verse 11, I'm reading again. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Come on home.
Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishments that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
The Most High is going to bring upon it. The plagues and punishments. All praises, man. This is a beautiful time to be alive. Again, I be Kool-Aid smiling out here. You understand? Because it make you feel very, very at ease and excited, knowing the Most High has kept his word.
So like, bro, just like Mally say, man, pray till you feel it, bro.
That's right.
I was telling the new brother that's coming to the truth, man. I pulled him out the slums, look, the dung hills, bro.
Good, hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying, man? And he just, man, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had nobody talk to me like that, man, and show me nothing. So yeah, man, the Most High got so much power.
Yeah,
all the power.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Verse 13.
Come on.
That says, they that till the ground shall mourn. Sound like Cain, huh?
Come on.
Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation.
Those that till the ground are your farmers.
Yeah.
You understand? Those pestilence. There's a famine coming. You understand? A famine in the earth. You understand? Pestilence, plagues, lack of food, destruction of crops. You know what I'm saying? All that's coming. Them grocery store shelves looking mighty bare in this hour, ain't it? Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Could you be living eyebrow deep in prophecy that the Most High gave his prophets over 2,000 years ago? You understand? That make everybody sit back and consider. Every day you wake up, I'm on borrowed time, man. I'm on borrowed time. Am I actually living in the days that they saw in their visions over 2,500 years ago? Man, look. That's frighteningly accurate to me. Like, whoa, that put chills in your body. Like, man, look, that make you want to do what's right. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
Go to the world and them that dwell therein.
Just destruction. Whoa. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth not.
Hallelujah.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Sound like Matthew 24. Wars and rumors of war, huh? Y'all, that's the time we living in. It did. Right now, China and the United States is in what you call a propaganda war. They all passing the hot potato. You spreaded the virus. You spread the virus. Y'all, that's leading to a war.
Call it this and that.
Yeah. Y'all, that's leading to a physical war.
Yeah.
They both are major players in the upcoming World War III. All your goods come from where? China. Go to Walmart. Mostly everything you got in your house that you've been buying out of Walmart made in China. Yeah, China got eminent domain in the United States. A lot of y'all don't know that. I mean, they own over 40% of the real estate here in the United States of America. China. You understand? So what better way to get up from up under their bootstrap but to declare that what? They started a plague. You understand? Because there's treaties involved here. There's treaties involved between the United States and China, trade pacts and all that. with fine print and certain stipulations that this goes on unless this happens. You understand? All bets off the table if an international plague is on the table now. Yeah, man, all these things lead to war. And that's why it's imperative for Israel to be loving on each other in this hour, man. Gathering together, chopping it up with your brothers and sisters, man. You be all right with your little petty disagreements. You be all right. You be all right. Hell, you disagree with your physical family on almost everything. But you still gather and love on them. Chop it up with them. And even die for a lot of them. You understand? It's time for Israel to become that nation the Most High is expecting, because he's kept his word. He's making his move in this earth. What are we doing? Still debating and arguing about what? I'm happy. Bro, what's good? Man, the prophecy's popping. What you mean what's good? Come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, we see that from the invading of Iraq with Saddam Hussein, down to the invasion of Libya with Muammar Gaddafi, down to Trump getting in office and bombing whoever the hell he want to. That boy dropped a bomb called the Moab bomb, the biggest non-nuclear bomb in the United States arsenal. He dropped that sucker on Afghanistan, bro. Moab means the mother of all bombs. That heathen went home and ate a ham sandwich, you understand, or a bloody steak and went to sleep.
Dreaming about it on his bed, because that's what they bring up.
You heard me? So we see the invading of one another. We see the sedition among men. We see no regard for their kings or princes. Go ahead, Rock.
And then don't forget, at the beginning of the so-called coronavirus, he bombed Iran.
Yeah, he did.
He forgot that.
Yeah.
He threw a little something over there. You're right. He threw a little something over there because it wasn't enough. It's like it wasn't enough to let them set their stuff off. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You're right.
He did. Right. That was at the top of the year. That Iranian general got bombed.
Yeah, they killed him.
You understand? Yeah.
They killed him.
And then a few, and those that was riding with him. They all got reserved for the judgment, messing with Trump. Trump was at what they call a gala that night. A little black tie event, you know, sipping his little wine. You understand? Politicking like, yeah, we killed him. He's dead. Okay, and since he's by, what's next? He's dead. We killed him. Good.
Is the flight ready?
Yeah. You understand? Then I think 2 weeks later is when this so-called COVID-19 virus started emerging. It did. Then a week after the Super Bowl, your boy Kobe tragically died. So that was another distraction. Right? Tripping off that. Right? These things are happening in this earth as we speak. All right. So 2nd Ezra 15, we can actually say, verse 16, we are living in a time where we are seeing this happen. We seeing sedition among men, invading one another, and not regarding kings or princes. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Now, hold on. We got lockdowns all over this earth. Whole countries locked down. France, Italy. You understand? Mecca.
Frighteningly accurate, bro.
And some of them African countries. You know, I mean, even here in the United States, there's a lot of stay-home orders and self-quarantines and all that. Y'all, we live in this. We are living 2nd Ezra 15 and 17, where you will desire to go somewhere we won't be able to go. Why? Because there will be restrictions put out there. You dig? Now, we better be thankful they ain't declared martial law here in St. Louis, because that stay-home order really be enforced. I mean, it ain't enforced right now. Ain't no martial law declared. But if the military on the streets, that sucker declared. You understand? You understand? It's just what it is. But we are that's a martial law scripture right there. 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. That's a martial law scripture all day.
Read it again.
Yeah.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Everything you put your trust in.
That is today right now.
Yeah. Go ahead, express yourself, bro.
That's right now in this hour, family.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't coming together. We are finished out. We have to gather together. Sure, without charity, what Paul tells us, without charity, who are you?
Nothing.
You're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna never have nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. Right?
Yep. Come on, let's get it, brother.
Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Because of the what?
Because of the lack of bread.
Y'all see them fighting in Walmart over booty paper, boy? They banging over toilet paper. Yeah, so this right here is another martial law scripture, or another scripture that go into the lack of resources, bread, your daily essentials you used to. They banging over booty paper now, boy. They banging over, you understand? God forbid the shelves are empty. Huh? But look, it was prophesied we will be living in these days. And that's why for us it's very, very exciting. If you a brew on a regular, you fast anyway. You know what I'm saying? You already training yourself. You already spending whole days without eating. Sometimes you do it accidentally, say, dang, I ain't ate nothing today.
Man, I'm trying to get my weight back up, boy. I'm fast so good.
You know what I'm saying? Like the bros been disciplining themselves. We not slaves to our stomachs.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like at any moment we can go a whole week without eating. We're dry. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in prayer. It's all good. You be belching and everything. I ate nothing.
Don't be surprised you hear my stomach.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up. It ain't no thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been preparing for this day, spiritually and mentally. You know what I'm saying? A little physically too, but more on the spiritual and mental aspect. Because you can be prepared physically all day and not be mentally or spiritually prepared for these days and snap. You snap. You understand? And you be wondering, why is all this going on? There's a book called the Bible. Have you ever read it? All right, go ahead.
And for great tribulation. Mm-hmm. Verse 20, behold, saith the Almighty, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me.
To
reverence me.
The Most High put the spirit of warfare and battle in the earth. And Ezekiel says he's going to put hooks in their drawers and drag them into war. You see, and I used to always wonder, how would that happen? You understand? But all these superpower nations have political and financial interests in Iran, in Iraq, in Lebanon. You understand? In Saudi Arabia. They got political and financial interests. Example, that's like you owning property over there where they riding it. Don't you got to go protect your property? If not, you're going to lose out on your what? Your investment. You see, because of those strong political ties and the financial ties that Russia and China have with Iran, you understand? Have with a Lebanon, have with a Syria, have with a Korea, right? When the U.S. and the Western powers or the allied powers decide to go to war with that Libya, with the Iran, with the Syria, with the Korea, with the Lebanon, with Turkey. That's another power everybody sleep on. Guess what? Guess what? They naturally got to go to war because of their investments, because of their political and financial interests. You feel me? I either got me a puppet dictator over there, you understand? Or I got me some real estate or something going on over there. If you attack that, my investment, I will lose it. So naturally, I have to go to war and react. That's so poetic, boy. So when I read the most, I say I'm gonna put hooks in their jaws and make them all go to war. Now you can see why. From a carnal level, I see why you got to go to war behind that. You too heavily invested over there. China heavily invested in Africa. I see why you would have to go to war. You understand? Makes sense now. Oh wait, come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 20 again. Behold, saith the Almighty, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanese. That's like what's that? Like Liberia and
Libanus.
Libanus?
I thought that may have been a Libya or something. I don't know. We can look it up.
Okay.
Wikipedia that did. Go ahead.
To turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
So he's turning them all on themselves. You understand? To devour each other. I'm gonna put hooks in their jaws and draw them all to the valley of Megiddo, which you call Armageddon, right? Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen.
Unto my who?
Unto my chosen.
Come on.
So will I do also and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Most High Power.
Now trip off that, because what did Egypt do to the chosen people of the Most High? And what judgment came down behind it? So now the Most High is saying this thing done went worldwide. So guess what I'm gonna do? What they've done to my chosen, I'm going to repay all of them back to their face. Let my son go, or I'm going to kill your son. Most High ain't playing no games in this hour, boy. None.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Go ahead.
Verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
Oh, come on.
Verse 23. The fire is going forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled.
Go ahead.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
To them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Almighty.
You see that? So every Israelite in this hour, you better be obedient. Even if you a heathen Gentile that want to escape it, you better start being obedient. And guess what? Blessing Jacob in this hour. With the little bit of time you got left, it may go well for you. You understand? But look, the Most High is known by the judgment he executes. He's known by that. All right? Woe unto them that sin and ain't keeping my commandments.
Lebanon is Mount Lebanon.
Oh, that's Lebanon.
That's why I thought it was Lebanon.
Yeah, northern Israel. Look, that's the northern border of Israel. Yeah, that's hey, trip off that. That's the northern border of Israel.
Yeah.
Lebanon. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 25. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary.
Most I say, I'm not sparing those that break my commandments. You understand? Y'all, again, hey, commandments and faith of a Mashiach. Like, you want to be spared in this day? You don't want to catch no type of plague that's being unleashed? You better be obedient. Dwell in his secret place, so he can be what? Merciful, man. You understand? That's what we all need. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction.
Man, look, knoweth all. Right? If you are here sinning against him, you a dead man walking. There ain't no other way to put that. You sinning against him, you are a dead man walking. Hey, go ahead.
Verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
Straight up. So don't just be thinking, oh, just because you got melanin in your skin, that you ain't finna catch some type of sickness or a plague. That's not true. That's not true. Plagues in the whole earth. You understand? And the Most High will not deliver you if you out here breaking command. Out here willfully mocking the Most High and mocking his people. And the people he sent to straight teach his way. Stop doing that, man. Stop doing that. The Most High will not deliver us playing like that. All right. That's actually it for that right there. Let's get back to Exodus. So now y'all know plagues is in this earth. All right, we're gonna read Exodus 10, and we're gonna close it out. And then when I come back up again, we're gonna get into the rest of the plagues as well. Again, y'all, New Year, we leading into Passover. And these are the events that was hitting the most powerful nation in the earth right before our redemption, 3,500 years ago. You understand? And on a spiritual level, you can look at Pharaoh like Satan, his magicians and all them like demons. Moses like yourself going to war with them demons, going to war with Satan. and look, and commanding Satan, let my people go. Loose yourself above my brother and sister. Get up out of my mind with all that. You understand? Look, notice how Moses came to Pharaoh. Thus saith the God of Israel. Thus saith the mighty one of the Hebrews. Let my people go. Y'all, you can come against Satan the same way. You know what I'm saying? When you tempted to do wrong, you come against him the same way and command him out of your mind. I command you in the name of a Mashiach. Loose yourself from about here right now. I command you, come with the authority. Because you have it. You understand? So you look at it from a physical standpoint and a spiritual. Like, be bold like Moses when you're going up against Pharaoh. Be bold like Moses when you're going up against Satan and his demons and his kingdom. Knowing that you got the backing and the authority of the Most High. What eventually happened? Egypt fell. Kingdom of Satan fell. You understand? And Pharaoh and all his servants got what? Destroyed. You understand? The complete destruction of the enemy. All right. So we in Exodus, the 10th chapter. We're going to read this chapter right here. Who's in verse 4? Okay. We in Exodus chapter 10.
Verse 3.
Okay. All right, bang, got that up. Yeah, but this is the last chapter, and then we're going to go ahead and pray on out.
All right. The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 3, and Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus saith the almighty power of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go.
That's right.
That they may serve me.
And again, to truly serve the Most High, you understand, his people got to be released from bondage. Yeah, we praying to him and serving him now, but they are constantly telling the slave master, or the Most High is constantly telling the slave master, let my people go so they can serve me. You understand? You are under the boot heels of your enemies. And you can't really truly enjoy the blessings of the Almighty and truly serve him and praise him because you worried about paying a bill. You worried about going to clock back in. Let my people go. My people are free. Son of the Most High shall make you free. You are what? Free indeed. Start moving around like you're free men out here. You're free. You understand? You are free. And you are an ambassador or a spokesperson or a mouthpiece of the coming kingdom of a Mashiach. Right? That's what you are. Look, man, everything will be provided for, man. But stop being afraid, you understand, of your oppressor. He's coming down as is evident. All right, come on, now, let's get
verse 4. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring the locusts into thy coast.
Notice the Most High, he keep giving Pharaoh 24 hours. Tomorrow. We read tomorrow about 4 times. Yeah. This time tomorrow is going down. You got 24 hours to release my sons and daughters. Or else. Notice the first word in there said else. That's saying or else. The Most High is threatening this heathen through his servant Moses and Aharon. Y'all see that? Else, if you refuse to let my people go, behold tomorrow. You see? You got 24 hours to let my people go or else. Boy, hey, get into these stories and you'll be like, yeah, this has to be our people and this has to be our God, Almighty One. It makes sense. It makes sense. Even your mighty one, your God talk like you. You got 24 hours or else. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 5. And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped.
So we talking about locusts, right? Well, y'all know there was a plague of locusts just a few weeks ago that blacked out the sky.
Blotted out the sun.
Boy, hold on.
4,300.
Yeah.
Our arrows gonna blot out the sun. And what do you say? We gonna fight in the shade.
Yeah,
I feel like that now. We gonna fight in the shade.
We gonna fight in the shade.
Real talk.
Okay, plague of locusts. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Plague of locusts. Africa 2020. Man. This is serious, bro. Oh man. This was a day ago.
East Africa.
This is 3 days ago. Let's look up some of this.
All of them said East Africa.
This right here say hundreds of billions of locusts swarm East Africa. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's look up some of this.
And that's BBC News.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the we're gonna look at the video first, man. And then we can, you know what I'm saying? Read. Y'all look the plagues of the Most High in this earth. Boy, look at that.
Man.
Boy.
Blotted out the clouds.
Look, it says biblical prophecy, question mark. East Africa faces locust swarms and coronavirus at the same time.
I go your same time at the same damn time.
Wow, look at this, y'all.
Man, look at that. Blotted out the whole sky.
Nothing to play with.
Boy, that look like 101 Dalmatians in the sky.
Boy, man, real thing this.
Man.
Look, some say that this level of plagues affecting the African continent can only be described as biblical. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make it up. Man, we ain't write the Bible out. That should make everybody catch chills.
And all your naysayers, if you talking about the Bible in real life, where do you get this even all come from? You know what I mean? Like, when you see this, that's where your mind goes to. Back to Egypt.
Man, your heart gotta fall. I know that feeling you got, like your heart drops. I know all you naysayers, all you side netters, I know your heart falling out your chest in this hour. Like, man, I talk about, yeah.
All these years, bro.
And you know, Sinetta, the Most High got him on the hit list. You know, he opened his mouth years ago and said he was the God of the Hebrews.
Yeah.
When the Hebrews was debating out of Egyptologists back in 2014, that boy opened his mouth and said he is the God of the Hebrews. You understand? Hey, keep that all right.
I was on the blue line, man. Dude said that I was trying to hurry up and get away.
Man, hey, you don't want to be around him when lightning strike. Look at that. This is amazing, man. And notice they always describe it as biblical. And y'all, this is a Muslim that wrote this by Shah Bay Allah. All right, it says as the eastern countries of the motherland are fighting off the novel coronavirus with the rest of the world, they are also fighting off swarms of desert locusts, with some swarms that have grown to 3 times the size of New York City. Dog, do y'all know look, just in the Bronx alone is over 1 million people. That's 1 barrel out of 5 that make up New York City. Yeah, and that's up there. That's up. Yeah.
That's big, bro.
That said right there that these swarms of desert locusts have grown to 3 times the size of New York City. Biblical. So we see plagues in the earth. All right, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, warned that the unprecedented desert locust swarms will hit Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia. 3 countries hit hard by the viral pandemic. So you ain't getting hit with the corona, you're getting hit with locusts. The UN predicts that the breeding conditions for the locusts may cause their multiplication to increase by 400%. Y'all, that's major. That means if it was only 1 locust, you can count on it being 400. What if it's 100? You want to increase them by 400%? Think about it if it was 1,000. Times 400.
Yeah.
1 million times 400. Man, look. Man, look.
At the locust, we can eat the locust.
Yeah.
Right? So now, with all them jaw jackers, I ain't gonna eat that. I ain't gonna eat that. You don't know what you gonna eat. I know I ain't eating nothing lost.
Man, that deal said hundreds of billions of locusts, man.
Hundreds of billions.
Y'all, we can't make this stuff up. We reading about the exodus of the Most High's people, the departure of the Most High's people, and one of the last plagues are locusts. And then we look just a few days. Y'all, look, it was a swarm of locusts hit 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm about to look up an article from a couple weeks ago. Bro, this was 3 days ago. Man, hallelujah, yeah, bro. We serve a mighty power, man. All praise to it now to the Most High, man. All praises, man. All praises, man. All praises, bro. Man. So we can read the Bible within Google and see it happening in real time. Hallelujah. All right, come on, let's get it out. That's right, man.
I'm gonna read 5 again. And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. Verse 6, and they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth.
Wow.
Until this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh.
Boy, Moses prophesying, ain't he, boy?
He burnt them and then he walked out.
Or else.
The words out my mouth. Or else, bro. This was going to happen on the morrow.
What did you say, boy? On the morrow.
On the morrow.
Come on out, let's get it.
Right, verse 7. And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us?
Pharaoh's servants, like they like, man, we done had enough. You know what I'm saying? This man is a trap unto us. Go ahead.
Right. Let the men go, that they may serve the Most High their power. Right? Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed?
His servants like, boy, Egypt is getting tore out the frame. And you trying to maintain your little dignity around here. Let them brews go.
Boy, everybody look like C. Word. So I ain't gonna let them go.
Man, everybody out here looking like Frankenstein.
Frankenberry.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody out here looking crazy, boy. Let them people go. The whole nation about to collapse behind your little pride. Yeah.
Same thing with Trump and all the rest of the president, all of them proud, bro. Verse 8, and Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, go, serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go? Verse 9, and Moses said, we will go with our young and with our old.
Flat out.
With our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds will we go. For we must hold a feast unto the Most High.
See, this is the mindset of our ancient forefather. We must hold a feast. We don't care what's going on. We feasting. You understand? Even if it's us keeping the Pesach in our own little private homes, we still are commanded to keep this. You understand? And knows what Moses said. Look, we ain't negotiating with you. All of us leaving. Even our animals. Our flock. Why? We must hold a feast unto Yah.
We're going to keep our animals where we're going to sacrifice.
Yeah, like what is you on? What you mean who all going? The nerve of you to even ask. Oh, you thought we was about to leave some of us back. We all leaving. The hell you mean who all going?
That really sound like Laban.
Yeah.
Jacob Herman.
No, we all going.
We got to keep somebody. But we going to leave us one person so he can build some bricks himself.
Yeah, because Egypt know, boy, the departure of their workforce.
And just like this, that's just like the same Egypt we in today, bro.
That's right, bro.
Us, bro, they are nothing.
That's right.
They are nothing, no thing, right?
Man.
I just want to say, man, we just spoiled again. It just shows you how powerful and merciful he's giving them out. Like, listen, just do this, and then let my people go and go to the people. So he's giving even Pharaoh, who's the enemy, he's mercy. But But then at the end, if you don't do it, now you're gonna see that power drop down.
You wasn't listening to that or else, bro.
It's
Yeah.
like a father to a son, like, listen, do what I ask.
Yeah.
Do what I ask. And then after keep on, then that's when that drama.
God, bro. All right, bro.
You got 24 hours.
That's what he told
Or
me.
else.
Yeah.
On the morrow.
Yeah. Come on, Doc, let's get it.
Right. Then it's saying, verse 10. And he said unto them, let the Most High be so with you as I will let you go, and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Verse 11. Not so. Go now, ye that are men, and serve the Most High, for that you did desire, and they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. Verse 12. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. Verse 13. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Most High brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night.
So you got 24 hours.
You got 24 hours.
And then it was morning. The east wind brought the locusts.
Wow.
Verse 14. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. Verse 15. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the tree.
Taking away all their food, man. Remember they cattle is spoiled as well. See, so all your meat then got hit. Now all your fruits and your veggies are getting destroyed. Your water been turned into blood. The entire infrastructure of Egypt is government, political, social, on down to what they need to live is being tore up from the flow up. All praises. Go ahead, Doc.
Right. Very grievous before it was okay. 15. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees, which the hail had left, and there remained not any green thing in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt. Verse 16. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste.
Hurry up. Man, y'all hurry up and come up in here.
And he said, I have sinned against the Most High, your power.
No, you said your power. Not my power, your. Go ahead.
And against you. Man. Verse 17. Now therefore forgive. I pray thee that my sin, my sin only this once. And because he said this time and the other. Oh, I sinned this time. Read that again, bro. Verse 16. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against the Most High, your power, and against you. Verse 17. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Most High, your power, that he may take away from me this death only.
Your enemy asking you to pray to your power.
For him.
For him. That lets you know the redemption is here.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be hearing that more and more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As certain heathens humble themselves, they're gonna be like, man, look, I know what's up. Pray to your God for me. That's how you know there's a changing of the guard, a switching of power.
Changing of kingdom.
Yeah.
For real.
Anytime the master come holler at the slave and say, hey, pray for me. Redemption is here then. Pharaoh is constantly asking him, pray for me. You understand? Pray for me. I've sinned. I tripped. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Most High. And Pharaoh showed that. I mean, Moses showed when and did it.
Yeah. And showing you the Most High when he called you, you had that authority. Moses had that authority. Like, all right, I go pray for you. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High honored Moses' prayer. Messiah told you, whatever you bind on earth is bound in heaven. You know what I'm saying? You actually have that authority. Like you can you open your eye, bind that. I bind it powerless. You know what I'm saying? In the authority of a Mashiach, the Messiah. You understand? And he told you, ask and you shall receive. Moses was asking and he was receiving. He was binding and he was loosening. You understand? And it was sanctioned and green lighted from the throne of the Almighty.
And they believed because they seen it happening. Actually happening. The lights was gone. The locust stopped. You know what I'm saying? When every time Moses went to go and treat the Most High for this heathen, it happened for him.
Exactly.
Verse 19. And the Most High turned a mighty strong west wind and took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt.
Took it away. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go.
I know some of y'all like, what is he playing, a mind game? Like, what is going on here? Pharaoh repents, but then the Most High hardened his heart, so he won't let him go. And what's really going on? After we finish this chapter, we're gonna read the response to that in Romans, the 9th chapter. You understand? And then you can understand the mind of the Most High.
Y'all get some understanding, man. Put a 12 in the chat.
That's right. Y'all get some understanding. Throw a 12 up in the chat. Oh, praises. That's right. Yeah,
every son.
Man, we living in beautiful times, man.
In this last hour, and I'm so excited, bro. And I'll be excited to be around my real brothers, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The ones that's out here putting in this work, man, and getting it done, getting her done for real.
That's right, brother. That's right. We supposed to be doing in this hour, period. End of story. More and more consistent in doing the work of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Most High, what you got for me today? Give me some orders. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to attack. You know what I'm saying? It's an action-packed life, man. I love it. All right, come on, Knock. Let's get.
Verse 21. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
Boy, that's some thick darkness.
That's some thick darkness, bro. He said, that you can feel it.
Boy, that's darkness so thick you can chop it with an axe.
You can spread it like a curtain.
Yeah, you can straight feel it. Boy, you can't even see your hand in front of your face. That's how thick that darkness is, boy. Boy, that will make you go insane. That will make you snap if you can't even. That's total. That's like, man, that's total darkness. You ain't never even experienced that. Total darkness so thick you can feel it. That will make you lose your mind. Man, go ahead.
Verse 22. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. So you got 3 days. 3 days of that darkness, bro.
3 days of darkness in Satan's kingdom.
Oh, that kind of darkness.
Thick darkness.
Right. Verse 23. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days.
Come on.
But all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, praise the Lord. Yeah.
Boy, your enemies, boy, got that darkness that can be felt, but hey, guess what you doing? Kicking it.
And Jacob was a plain
dwelling
in tents.
Praising the Most High. Knows in Ephesians, the 5th chapter, it tells us to walk as children of the light. Because even when our enemies were going down, what? Light was in our dwellings, man.
So ain't no Curl Land fuddy duddy.
No.
Ain't no,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But notice how the plagues are hitting our enemies and we're straight. We good. You understand? And even in that, had you been living back then as one of us, even just seeing that thick darkness over there, turn your enemies up. seeing the locusts, seeing the blood, the frogs, the lice, the flies, the plague of cattle, boils on man and beast, hail mingled with fire and thundering, and even the locusts, seeing all of that. And you over there the whole time, like, hey, Rock, throw that lamb on that grill over there, but we barbecuing. We straight chilling. Thanking the Most High. Hallelujah. Y'all praise.
Once again, Jacob was a plain man.
That's right.
Dwelling in tents.
Come on, man.
Verse 24. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Most High. Only let your flocks and your herds be saved. Let your little ones also go with you.
He still think this is a negotiation. He ain't hearing the first. No, we all leaving. Bro. Our old, our young, our little ones, and our flocks. We have to hold a sacrifice to the Almighty. Yeah. And in the end, guess what? We taking all that gold and all that too. We got an Ark of the Covenant to build, and we got a tabernacle and a temple to build. We taking all that. You know what I'm saying? We taking all that. You know what the hell you gonna do with it? Your nation destroyed. Run that. We want all the gold in Fort Knox. Run that. We want all your diamonds. Yeah, and hurry up with it before hula hoop size hell fall out the sky, mingled with fire and thunder. Straight up, run that. Yeah, run that. Run that on in.
Get that to me, right? Verse 25. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifice. Try to keep our animals.
Yeah.
Right? And burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Almighty our power. Verse 26. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof. There shall not an hoof be left behind.
Boy, Moses like, this ain't not a hoof.
When we cut it off, we taking that too.
Not a toenail gonna be left behind. Everything that's ours and everything that's yours is beneficial to us leaving. We not negotiating her. And again, that's if you got the power and authority of the Almighty, and you understand, you claiming we supposed to be making this grand exodus. Well, you Negroes need to get on up to the White House or something. Pop up at the UN, kick the door in, and say, "Thus saith the God of Israel." Stop trying to play on brothers' minds like get your passports, and if you ain't out of here by then, and man, look, if y'all Negroes talking like this, then you need to be talking like this. You need to go holler and say, hey, look, hey, thus saith the Most High.
For sure.
The guy that let these people go, or else this time tomorrow, this gonna happen. You understand? Again, I ain't never against traveling, getting out doing your thing. But you know, some people try to play on your mind as if salvation is in travel papers from the enemy. You understand? No, the enemy gonna have to open them borders up, or else. That's what we read. You understand? Bring my sons and daughters from afar. Yeah.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture.
Yeah. That's right.
Right. For therefore so I'm gonna read the whole thing again. Yep. Verse 26. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Most High our power.
That's right.
And we know not with what we must serve the Most High until we come thither.
Until we get there. Right. So we got to take all our flock. We ain't going to know what he requires. He going to require a goat, a lamb. I mean, whatever our flocks, you know what I'm saying? So in other words, we taking everything.
Everything that you trying to keep, you got to take.
Yeah, you don't run nothing.
Right. Verse 27. But the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. Verse 28, and Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to thyself, see my face no more. For in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die.
Do you hear that? You see that? Signed his own death warrant. You ain't gonna see. You right. You're absolutely right. You understand? But guess who gonna die though? Ooh, verse 29. Go ahead.
Verse 29. And Moses said, "Thou hast spoken well. I will see thy face again no more."
Thou was said. Thou was said.
So it be.
Next class we do, y'all, we're gonna get in chapter 11, chapter 12. We're gonna get on down to the splitting of what they call the Red Sea. You understand? So, you know, we kind of gradually building this thing on up. We done went through 9 plagues thus far, though.
Yeah,
Romans 9. That's where we going next, bro. Romans 9. So, because a lot of y'all may wondering, like, it sounds like the Most High playing, like, you know what I'm saying, a mind game here. Pharaoh will repent, but then the Most High harden his heart again. But we kind of read it early where the Most High say, for this purpose, I raised you up to show my great glory in this earth. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to read Romans 9. We kind of need to read like 1 through 17, 1 through 18. Woof. Man, you got to kind of... We're going to read 1 through 21. Then we're going to close on out, man. We got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, lead it on in. Because even in Paul's day, you understand, people had them questions and people used to backbite, like, well, say the Most High hardened his heart. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, you know, was it really a choice? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that really all about? He will repent, but then the Most High will harden his heart. What kind of fair God is that? You know, you're going to hear all that from the naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Let's read Romans 9, 1 through, what I say, 21? 21, 22 down there.
I think it's 22.
Yeah. Romans 9, 1 through 22. Let's get it done.
Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Spirit. Verse 2. That I have great heaviness and continued sorrow in my heart.
Wow.
Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
It's a stand-up brother right here. Paul said, I wish I was cut off so my brothers could understand this truth, the truth in Hamashiach. Moses said the same thing. Most High hit me and let them live. You understand? Moses said the exact same thing Paul is saying right here. I wish I was cut off so they can get the truth. My brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Now, who are Paul's brethren and kinsmen according to the flesh? Go ahead.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Who are who?
Who are Israelites?
Paul was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. And he has so much love for his brothers. And specifically right here, he's talking about his Pharisee brotherhood. Because many Israelites believed in the Mashiach. Tell you that in the book of John, many of them. He's specifically talking about his Pharisee brotherhood he was a part of. Who are Israelites? Go ahead.
He's not asking no question.
He's telling you
who his brethren, his kin.
That's right.
Because a lot of people get that twisted.
Right.
Like it's saying, who are the Israelites? No, he's saying his blood is Israelites.
Notice you don't see a question mark right there.
No, it's something pertaining to it coming after.
He's making a statement. He's not asking a question. Go ahead.
Whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory.
Come on.
And the covenants.
With an S, old and new covenants.
And the covenants.
Yeah.
And the giving of the law.
Wow.
And the service of the Almighty.
Wow.
And the promise.
All that pertain to the Israelites, called Paul's kinsmen and brethren according to the flesh. All that pertain to us, y'all. All of it. The promises, the giving of the law, the service of Yah, the covenants. Some people say, I'm under the new covenant. Both covenants got to do with the children of Israel when you're done talking.
It says on the side, or testaments.
Yes.
It say one, it said testaments.
Yeah.
Plural, right?
The glory and the adoption. All that pertain to Israel. That's powerful, man. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Whose are the fathers?
Yeah.
And of who, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
So Hamashiach came for who?
The Israelites.
Come on, man. It's simple. Take your little feelings out of it and just call it for what it is. A Mashiach is an Israelite. As according to the records, he is. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Who is over all.
That's right.
And I will bless forever. Amen.
A Mashiach is over all.
Over all.
Beautiful. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahweh hath taken none effect.
Come on.
For they are not all Israel.
Come on.
Which are of Israel.
Flat out, man. That ain't hard to understand.
Sound like the 2/3 point.
Yeah. There are Israelite devils.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. Yeah. All right. Come on, let's get it.
Verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
See, trip off that. And that's another thing. You understand? Because you start reading certain scriptures and say, well, I'm a son of Abraham now because of this. Look, that just said right there. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
That just cut this, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. The Chinese are not sons of Abraham. Like, just be real with yourself. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Right. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Flat out, Isaac is the chosen. Abraham had many children. But just because you are a seed don't make you his child. Meaning where the promises and the blessings and the adoption and the covenants and all that pertain to. Just because you are a descendant of Abraham, and the whole world ain't descendants of Abraham. But a lot of the nations are. You know what I'm saying? Certain of a lot of them nations are. He had plenty of children, plenty of wives and concubines. He did. But just because you are his seed don't mean all the promises and the blessings that's coming in the world to come pertain unto you.
It's a lot, bro. And it's another thing. It's another thing, Mally, like this, man. Right here where it's talking about. It says, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Yeah.
Well, Esau seed of Isaac. Hold up. It said seed.
Yeah, not seeds.
The man that squirted 1,000,000 seeds, but 2 got in.
Yeah.
You understand? But he's talking about that one seed.
That's right.
Come on. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Come on.
Verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
Abraham's other children. Go ahead.
These are not the children of the Most
High. Oh, that's direct. So Abraham, you know, I'm a descendant of Abraham. That these are not the children of God.
Hold on, we got a but.
Come on.
But the children of the promise.
Oh man.
But the children of the promise
are
counted for the seed.
Jump back up to who the promise pertained to. Jump back up to verse 4.
Verse 4. The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Come on.
To whom which pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises.
Jump back down to where we was at, brother. Verse 8.
Verse 8. That is, like it's continuing.
Yeah.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
Abraham's other children he had with other women. Go ahead.
Father of many nations.
That's right. That's right.
These are not.
These are what?
These are
not.
N-O-T. These are not the children of the Most High.
Man, Rock, you back there smiling, boy.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Oh,
read 9 very slowly.
Read 9 very slow.
Ooh,
for this is the word of promise.
Oh man.
At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son.
Very clear. Very clear on which of Abraham's seed are counted as children of the God. Children of God.
That's that 90-year-old seed.
Yeah.
You heard me? That almost 100-year-old seed.
Yeah.
That's why I said 4.
Yeah.
the seed.
That's right.
Right.
And then you dealing with Isaac, and then with Isaac, he had 2 sons, right? And then you're gonna see a separation between them two, all the way down.
Gonna break it down.
All right. Now watch this. Come on.
Verse 10. And it's not only this. Saying, hold up, it's some more.
It's some more, right?
And not only this,
yeah.
But when Rebekah also had conceived by one, what's that by one? An Israelite.
Yeah.
Even by our father Isaac,
who was counted for the seed.
For the seed, right?
Yeah,
and we know Rebekah was a Syrian woman, right?
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 11: For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
Oh man.
That the purpose.
That the what?
That the purpose.
Come on.
Of the Almighty according to election.
Wow.
Might stand.
Wow.
Not of works, but of him that called it.
Flat out. Let's say for the children, they weren't even born. They hadn't even done, Jacob and Esau hadn't even done good or evil. But the purpose of the Most High, according to his selection or election, his choosing. You understand? That the purpose of Yah, according to election, might stand. Not according to works, or not of works, but of him that calleth. This was foreordained and preordained and predestined by the Almighty.
And the precepts say Genesis 25:23. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Because some people say, well, it's because of what Esau did. You know what I'm saying? That say, for the children being not yet born.
Verse 11, cut that.
Neither having done any good or evil. So now you gotta take that off the table. Well, maybe just because of what he did. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand.
And that's according to his election.
Yep.
Right?
Not of works, but of him that calleth.
Right. So it would about it because the Most High.
Yeah,
right.
Because
the
Most High chose Jacob and rejected
was.
Esau.
Yeah.
And before the children were born.
Because he told her what was going to happen before the kids was born.
Man.
Here it is right here in 12.
See how special you are as an Israelite.
Man, dude.
That the purpose of Yah might stand according to election, man. Not of works, but of him that called you. Before they were born, before they had even done any evil or good, it was already chosen. Most High choose Jacob.
No, we was the perfect design.
Watch this. Watch this.
12. It was said unto her, Rebekah.
Yeah.
The elder shall serve the younger.
Flat out. Go ahead.
Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
You got to swallow that. You claim your letter by swallow that. Swallow it, eat it, swallow it, and digest it. That's the Most High's business. That the purpose of Yah might stand according to election. Not according to works, but according to him that called. Before the children were even born, before they had done any good or evil, the Most High had already loved Jacob and hated Esau. That's the Bible. And that's the New Testament. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. What shall we say then?
Exactly. Because naturally you're going to have a question behind it. Well, hold on. Well, hold on. That's too deep for me. You mean, hold on, this was predestined. So what shall we say then, right? Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Almighty? Most High forbid.
God, Yah forbid, man. How is he unrighteous? Because he loved one and hate another. How? His purpose is a divine purpose. It's his purpose. It's not according to our liking and our calling. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Now this is we getting down to Moses now, right? Go ahead.
Just left him out of there, right?
That's right.
Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Flat out. Go ahead. Because you wonder why he kept hardening Pharaoh's heart. Right? That the purpose of Yah might stand according to election. The Most High is going to have mercy and compassion on whom he chooses. This is why he kept hardening Pharaoh's heart. Right now, watch this.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth,
right,
nor of him that runneth,
flat out,
but of Yahweh that showeth mercy.
It ain't about man. It ain't about man's will or desire, right? It ain't about how fast man can run a race. It's about who the Most High decide to choose according to election, who he decided to choose and show mercy and compassion to according to his purpose. Hey, all praises to the Most High. And I know that made a lot of these so-called Sunday churchgoers. I know that about made your heart stop because you've never read that with that much clarity in the New Testament. But that's right there in the book of Romans. Right there. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh,
come on,
even for this same purpose have I raised thee up. We just read that.
Yeah, we did.
That I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
This is why he hardened Pharaoh's heart. So when he fall, guess what? The Most High get a name through this earth that will echo for eternity. They still talking about what happened in Egypt. Y'all, Egypt is a dust bowl to this day.
Echoing in open space.
Yeah. Yeah, Egypt is a dust bowl to this very day. All this Pharaoh's chambers have been looted. All their gold been stolen. All your pharaohs on display in museums with cotton up their rectums. On display in Britain.
Well, that boy King Tut still on tour.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Boy, the pharaohs on tour.
Skin on.
And they sarcophagus.
That's a powerful promise, bro. Still got a skin, bro. Right?
Boy, I try to tell you. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 18. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
That's right.
And whom he will. He hardened.
Whom he will mean desire. Whom the Most High desire to have mercy on, that's who we gonna have mercy on. Hey, thank the Most High you a chosen seed is. Hallelujah. Never feel ashamed of that. And whom he showed, and whomever heart he decide or desire to harden, whoever mind he desire to harden, like a Pharaoh, like a Donald Trump, he gonna do it. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Because it's his purpose.
That's right. That's right. A lot of us ask the Most High, may your will be done with my life.
Bro, that's it right
there. Well, that's what it is. If you are asking him and praying that he let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, you pray it all the time. But now when he start pouring out his will and showing his desire, you Negroes want to get mad. And say, oh, that ain't fair. Well, you pray it every night, genius. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And then when he started flexing his will, now you got a problem. Now you got a problem. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite.
That's that question. Why you do that for?
Right.
Why we talk? Why you do that for?
That's right.
Right? Verse 19. Why I gotta be like this?
Yeah.
Right? Verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why do he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?
That's the next question. Well, then why he find fault in them then? I mean, after all, Pharaoh was acting according to the Most High's will when the Most High hardened his heart, right? Why can the Most High find fault? Just think about it. How could he find fault if he hardened his heart? In the end, Pharaoh was acting according to the Most High's will. So why is Pharaoh wrong? Good question, huh? Let's keep reading.
Verse 20.
Come on.
Nay, but O man,
yeah,
who art thou that repliest against the Most High?
Who is you? Who is you to reply against the Most High? Chop. Go ahead.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it,
right,
why hast thou made me thus?
Trip off that. The Most High formed thou. The Most High formed Pharaoh. Now, can the clay say to the potter, why did you make me into this?
I wanted to be a bowl. You made me a cup.
He's the creator. And you the creation saying, why you make me like this? It's a vain question in the end, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
You understand? It's a vain and a proud question in the end. How dare you ask the creator why he decided to harden Pharaoh's heart to destroy him? You better make sure you ain't on that list. Oh, maybe you the next one to get his heart hardened and destroyed before all.
Bring it out, bro.
Come on, man.
Verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
That's right.
Of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor.
Trip off that. Out of the same lump, you can make a cup, like I said, or a plate, fine china. And out of the same lump, you can make a commode, a toilet bowl. Don't the potter have the authority and the decision power to make what he want to make out of the same lump of clay? One is a vessel of honor, you eat off of it. Other vessel is a vessel of dishonor, you drop your dung in it. Huh?
And it's still perfect. Because you gotta eat off something and you gotta let it out.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So it's all according to his purpose. Oh man. Man, old vain man we have become.
Yes, man.
We become vain.
Paul say, oh, wretched man.
Yeah.
Right? Verse 22. If Yahweh willing to show,
he said, what if? Right, read it again. What if?
What if Yahweh willing to show his wrath and to make his power known?
What if the Most High was willing to show wrath, to strike with, to hit with lightning right now without standards, and to make his power known? Woo! Go ahead.
Endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Trip off that, man. Endured with much long suffering, gave a lot of patience, showed a lot of patience before he destroyed the vessels of dishonor.
And we see who the vessels of dishonor was in that whole trilogy, however you want to call it. How many times he hardened his heart?
Man, oh man, a whole bunch of times,
long
man.
Suffering, hey, you heard it. You heard long suffering is a bitch, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight patient before he destroyed Pharaoh.
Give the Most High hand.
Yeah, our Lord, Yah, all praise, man. All praise and glory now to the Most High, man. All praise and glory now to the Most High, man. Our Lord, Yah. Hey, man, this is beautiful times to be living in. You understand? Y'all go boldly in the grace and the power of the Almighty, man. Now is not the time to be afraid. Now is not the time to be shivering in your boots. Now is the time to be rejoicing, thanking the Almighty. Y'all, we even showed y'all biblical plagues, hundreds of billions of locusts as of 3 days ago, sweeping the continent of Africa. Things that we read in the scriptures, we can go right into the news today and find what we are living, the very script. You understand that we'll read. You're reading the script of the movie that you're living in.
Right now.
So all praise and glory now. Go wake Nehemiah up, bro. Let's tell him to find us a psalm or something, man. Now let's pray on out. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bang on out.
Beautiful. This gonna be a beautiful
and
song.
then we pass me that mic back there, bro. All right, y'all. We about to face Jerusalem. We about to pray on out. All praise and glory now to the Most High. Labanai Hebrew gonna pray a psalm, and then we gonna pray against the he's already doing.
It's an instrument for the children of Israel, bro. Like Nehemiah say, he loved that one he had.
Yeah.
Hey, we all love King David, brother.
Grab one of the mics for the Bring it on out, brother. Let's get it done. All praise and glory now to the Most High.
All the family in the chat and all over the world.
That's right.
Scattered sheep abroad.
That's right.
This psalm, y'all get our swords out and turn to Psalms 105.
Right.
And we're gonna start at verse 1.
Oh yeah, that Psalm 105 go hard there.
Go hard, yes.
They go hard there, boy.
That's what we all need to do.
Face that done.
And here we go. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 1.
Yeah.
Oh, give thanks unto the Most High. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people.
That's right.
Verse 2. Sing unto him. Sing songs unto him. Talk ye of all his wondrous works. Verse 3. Glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Most High. Verse 4. Seek the Most High and his strength. Seek his face evermore. Verse 5. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done.
That's right.
His wonders and the judgments of his mouth. Verse 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servants.
That's right.
Ye children of Jacob, his chosen.
That's right.
Verse 7. He is the Most High, our power. His judgments are in all the earth. Verse 8. He hath remembered his covenant forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
That's right.
Verse 9. Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac. Verse 10. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. And to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
Come on.
Verse 11, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance. Verse 12, when they were but a few men in number, yeah, very few, and strangers in it. Verse 13, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people. Verse 14, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sake.
That's right.
Verse 15, saying, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. All praises, Kapallah and Yahweh Bahasham, Mashiach Yahweh.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah.
All praises, glory now to the Most High. All right, y'all, we're about to pray against all the evil breathing conspirators and the highest and mightiest workers of Hashatan, our adversary. Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Yahweh, El Elyon, we come to you in the name of Adon Yahushua Mashiach. We take authority over the fallen one and all his evil spirits from our position at the right hand of Yah, seated above every name that is named, in the power and authority of Adon Yahushua Mashiach. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the backs and bind the strong man powerless, to break the backs and bind the strong man powerless over every heathen nation, that is oppressing the 12 tribes of Israel this very second. We cast them down and we cast them out to a herd of swine. In the name of Adon Yahweh Mashiach, and by his mighty and precious blood, we pray. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Send forth your most militant and elite angelic warriors to break the backs and crack the skulls of the rulers of darkness. To break the backs and crack the skulls of the rulers of darkness and every principality over all the worldwide organizations, such as the 13 bloodline families of the Illuminati, the Rothschild bloodline, the Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Rockefeller bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Dunn bloodline, and the Merovingian bloodline, the House of Saud over Saudi Arabia, that bloodline, the House of Windsor and the Queen of England, that bloodline, all the popes, their bloodline, Jared Kushner, his bloodline, Henry Kissinger, his bloodline, Robert Gallo, his bloodline, and Ayatollah Khomeini, his bloodline. We bind all of them powerless. We bind all of them powerless. We bind the strong man over all Masonic orders and every religion, the Catholic Church and Vatican City, communist empires and godless governments, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, the CIA, MS-13, La Cosa Nostra, Hamas and Boko Haram, every street gang and drug cartel, the Illuminati, the Council of Foreign Relations, and the Trilateral Commission, the World Council of Churches, the Americas, all common market nations, Canada and Mexico, every organization that has rituals that are contrary to the word of Yahweh and the authority of Adon Yahweh Shah Mashiach. We take authority. We take authority over all foul and evil spirits, authority, princes, kings, powers, world rulers, and the highest and mightiest servants of Satan. We bind them to be powerless. We bind them to be powerless in the mighty name of Adon Yahushua Mashiach. And through his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh, in the authority of Adon Yahushua, we pronounce the judgments. We pronounce the judgments written in the scriptures upon the evil and greedy conspirators in and over these worldwide organizations. As it is written, Yah, we ask you to bring upon them the judgments found in Psalms 109, that chapter, Psalms 149, that chapter, and Revelation 18, that chapter. Yahweh El Elyon, the owner, the creator, and the possessor of all there is, in the name of Adon Yahweh Shah Mashiach, we bring before your throne all the sick in Israel, all who may be plagued in mind, body, or spirit. Your word says whatever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatever we loose on earth is loosed in heaven. We claim authority. We claim authority. We claim authority in Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who is seated at your right hand right now. Right now. Right now. We loosen all your ministering angels of health. Command them to rain down a healing that is complete, a healing that is understood right now. Right now. Right now. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the backs and bind the strong man called the coronavirus, and the fear of it, that's plaguing the minds of your people. We declare it powerless. We declare it powerless. We cast it down and we cast it out to a herd of swine. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the backs and bind every sickness and disease that's afflicting your people this very second. We declare it powerless. We cast it down and we cast it out into a herd of swine in the authority of Adon Yahushua Mashiach. And by his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh Zebaoth, master of the heavenly armies. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Command them to rain down and crack the skulls of every virus and every sickness that is plaguing your people this very second. Command them to establish a protective border around your saints. Command them to come against, confound, and put down every sickness and unclean spirit that is in opposition to the well-being of your people. Command them to render a judgment in our favor right now. Right now. In the name of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and by his mighty and precious blood I pray. Yahweh El Elyon, Yahweh Direh, we loosen your ministering angels of provision and blessing. Command them to shower us with the blessings of Abraham, your friend. Command the blessings of Deuteronomy 28 to chase us down and overtake us. Command the set apart spirit to give us a continual overflow of your spirit. Command the fruits, the gifts, and signs of Ruach HaKodesh to chase us down and overtake us, that wherever the sole of our feet may tread, we may boldly declare the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Accept our petition and our prayer in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, and through his mighty and precious blood we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yahweh. Yeah. Real thing this. Yeah, we
we got motion. Bust your guns, baby. Yeah. Pray till you feel it.
Pray till you feel it, boy.
Pray till you feel something go forth. We got motion. That's right. All praise and glory now to the Most High. If y'all got some understanding up in the chat, go ahead and throw a 12 up in the chat for all 12 sons of our forefather Jacob. Oh, man. All praise and glory. Now, any last words, my brother? Talk to us.
Oh, man. Good lesson. Beautiful lesson. Like I always drop a comment when I'm online, man. Hey, man, it's real live and in person. Like you say,
That's
real thingness.
That's right.
Good lesson. Love y'all. Love your family out there on the chat, man, and all across the world, man. Hey, praise the Most High. Get yourselves together. Get together mentally, physically. Listen, man, we got to come together or we finish out here, man. You see the plagues out here.
That's right.
We read about them. We see them. We living them live today, man. Look, man, I'm so excited right now, bro. It's a beautiful thing out here that, hey, man, because the heathen's turn is coming. And guess what? If you don't want yours, I will be glad to take your portion because I won't mind. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, real talk, bro. Real thing is, bro, for real. If you don't want your portion, hey, guess what? You got to get it together now or your spot going to be taken because people constantly waking up every day.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Every day. So you got to come together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's basically all I got to say about that.
Man, all praise and glory now.
Praise.
My brother Rock, any last words, my brother?
Come on up, brother.
All praise and glory now, my brother. Wake Nehemiah up back there, man.
Bro, I just want to say all praises to the Most High and His only begotten Son.
Hallelujah.
Christ is the conquering King.
That's right.
And the whole duty of the whole thing for y'all and keep His commandments.
Man,
that's right. That's right, brother. That's
what
right.
What about you, brother? You
right,
got something to say?
Right. You all good? All right, y'all. Hey, once again, man, hey, thank y'all for y'all prayers.
Yeah.
You understand? We love to support too, but the prayers is what's needed in these hours. You understand? We need to be on our face several times a day, praying very bold and very militant. Because y'all believe it or not, there are those that worship Satan for real that's right now. You understand? Look, we need to be petitioning the throne of heaven. You understand? It's time to call fire out the heavens on these heathens. That's what time it is. You understand? It's time to be obedient. You understand? It's time to love one another. And it's time for us to up our charity, man. It's time now is the time to up your charity. I am a servant. I'm here to serve Israel. You know, you understand? If you need me and I got it, it's yours. I'm here to serve thou. You understand? So continue to pray for us as we continue to pray for y'all. And if you say you're gonna pray, pray. Don't let it be an empty statement like, hey, I'm gonna pray for you. Oh, brother, you in my prayers and you ain't even opened your mouth. Because you too busy trying to chase the bag. You know what I'm saying? Our people are here sick. The scriptures say, if anyone's sick, call for the elders of the assembly, and they shall lay hands on them, and they shall recover. The prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So, hey, more prayers, more active. Get proactive in this thing, man. Bust your guns in the spirit. Y'all see how we pray and we get up, we all be sweating and all that? We got motion. Through words. You would think we were just doing pull-ups and push-ups and running.
Pray till you feel it.
But we pray till we feel it, and as action go forth. Hallelujah, Ma'aki Yaki. From a scientific level, we say, boy, y'all activating the nervous system when y'all do that. I do it through herbs. Y'all doing it with prayer. You understand? Hand is working
at the same time. And once again, family, I like to thank all y'all for the Shaqualium. That's the alms, the dividends that make all this stuff happen. Without y'all, man, it wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It wouldn't be going no further than what it go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, all praise to the Most High. All the glory go to Him, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what keep us all going, man.
That's right. And look, hallelujah, y'all know we've been down here about a year. A few days we've been down here a year. So all y'all, my brother said the Sequoiums, the free will offerings, you know what I'm saying, from your heart. Y'all see where it go. We still out here in fellowship. You understand? Still paying the rent, still paying the bills. You understand? And the Most High is faithful. When He move and put on y'all hearts, y'all donate, and we still. And look, the people from out of town will come through and testify to that. They come through and like, no, the headquarters is real lot. These brothers be right down here teaching the word. You understand? Even providing, you know, you come overnight, you can stay down here if you need to. Whatever needs to happen. You understand? So we want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom of our hearts. We've been down here a whole year now. since April 2019. Really, the last week and a half of March 2019. So we had to get in here and get a few things straight. So we've been out here a whole year now.
Marcus, Prince Blake,
Yeah.
man, all everybody in the chat, man. I love my family,
That's
man.
right.
We got one big family, man. We got to come together. Can't keep killing off this family.
That's
man.
right, man. Just because a few fancy decorated Negroes don't want to get together, they gonna get weeded out. You understand? We are commanded to come together and love one another, man. Let's do it. You understand? We naturally gonna discuss things, man. Look, we can do all that off camera. We naturally gonna discuss certain differences. You gonna have that. We look. The Bible's a spiritual book. There ain't nobody on this earth that look at every verse in the Bible on the same level. You not because the Most High deal with you on different levels. You know what I'm saying? Stop using that as a reason to hate your brothers and sisters, man.
Yeah, every man got his talent out here in his truth, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some, like I say, 30, 60, 100.
Yeah.
You know? For
Nehemiah,
real,
what you got? My brother was good. What you was gonna say?
Oh man, I lost that one.
You were saying you had something working.
Oh, your prayers.
Yeah.
Every
Gotta
day.
give the Most High hand on that one too.
Yeah.
Gotta give the Most High hand on that one. Yeah. Them prayers work.
Your prayer request. I'm talking about, I send those things out to everybody. You who don't know, there'll be so many responses to people like I'm praying, I need a name or whatever. I mean, I even have some people call, hey, you give me that person's number, I don't call and pray for them on the phone.
Yeah.
When I tell you those prayers, look, Malachi, we have prayed with y'all live. We speak the name, we get a call back like in the night of the day sometimes, right back.
Yeah.
Saying I'm here. We had one sister that was sick, she couldn't move, she was hurting real bad. I'm talking about, she didn't know what was going on. Asked for prayer, we prayed. Not even before that class was over.
She was up walking.
Raised
out of bed. All praise and glory go to the Lord. Yeah. Here's
on the other miracle part, right? Called me again and told me after she had got the test and that she actually had coronavirus.
Wow.
Actually had coronavirus.
And it's gone. Hallelujah.
One prayer from the whole congregation. Yeah. True story. You know what I'm saying? Another sister called about her daughter being sick. You know what I'm saying? Right next day, here it is. We prayed out today. Prayed online. Everybody in the world. It ain't no one person, one man show.
That's right.
It's an Israelite.
It's a group
under
thing.
The banner of Messiah, who was under the Most High. So I'm just saying, keep these prayers going, man. Every time I get a request, I send it out. It goes out. I get multiple replies back. I can't shut it with everybody who sends it. But people are active in making sure Israel is faithful and
that's right.
Like that Psalm Nehemiah.
He said with 2 or 3.
I'm thinking like 120 and 122.
That's what we just did.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Look. Hey, I went to 105, man.
Well, look, hit that Psalm 122 and y'all go to sleep tonight. Dude.
That's right.
Okay, read that. Make sure I get
praise
that in.
Glory and honor, man. You dig?
Psalm 122.
And, a lot of our people reaching out to, man. Admitting they've been dealing with certain things. A lot of our people dealing with certain things since childhood, man. I'm saying a lot of our people were taken advantage of by sick and perverted adults
who should have been over here being stewards over us instead of pedophiles and predators.
And a lot of that, and a lot of that trauma, stick with brothers and sisters up into their childhood. You know what I mean? Until adulthood, should I say? You dig? But man, you can fall out of agreement with all that at any time and kick them demons about your mind. So we got witnesses, man, and testimonies, deliverances, and all that, man. But it's all glory to the Most High, not us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when in Acts 3, where dude that was lame, Peter and them said, in the authority of a Mashiach, get up and walk. Right? So he got him, he started praising, and everybody was looking at Peter and them. He said, what y'all looking at us for? As if by our own power we did this. Let it be known that everybody heard, and by the power in the name of a Mashiach, this man here is whole.
And they've been seeing that man, so like, bro, they've been seeing that man lame the whole time. See what I'm saying? So they looking at Paul and Peter like, me too. You know what I'm saying? So man, that's power, man. That's power, brother.
Yeah, man.
You gotta honor and respect the power of the Most High.
At all times, man. So it's all glory now to the Most High. Y'all love y'all indeed in truth. Most High willing, what time is it? We right back up in about 12 more hours or something, you know. And then, you know, we banging on the Shabbat all day. And then, you know, young men got the congregation. So there's probably going to be some music playing afterwards. And good evening. All praises. Look at my baby Juju. Juju, love you, girl. Y'all willing to see you soon. All right, y'all. Love y'all indeed in truth. Shabbat Shalom. Handle y'all business. Hey, bust your guns.
Psalms 122, y'all.
Yeah.
First off, I was glad when they said it to me that it was gold.
That's right. That's right. Strap up a backup, y'all.
Oh.
Yes, sir. All praises, brothers.